What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Got a decent amount of people already up in here. Sorry for being a few minutes late. I just woke up. I just got off work 4 hours ago. So, but I'm here per usual. Tron clap. Tron got smoked like salmon. Man, look. Zookeepers are jobless right now. It's tough. I ain't gonna hold you though. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. The librarians, we ain't exactly doing too well. Okay, we ain't exactly doing too well. Sales are down. Sales are down. Okay, all right. There ain't too many people coming to the library. A lot of people ain't coming to get their library cards right now. We've been on the down and out. Okay, a couple of libraries got shut down. It ain't fantastic on this side either. But we damn sure ain't jobless, okay? We ain't lose our jobs, okay? The CEO is not dead. The CEO is not dead on the librarian side, okay? You know, so I see a lot of Zookeeper cope this week. A lot of Zookeeper cope this week, all right? They hoping and praying that this man did surgery on himself, okay? That he placed himself inside of an animal. He is inside of a snail right now. He is inside of a guppy right now, just waiting to come back, okay? He didn't get packed up by V, or he dodged it the whole time that everything was going down. Trom was he wasn't asleep, man. He wasn't unconscious. He was there. He was awake. He just wasn't speaking, okay? He couldn't believe what he was seeing to the point where the entire chapter he refused to talk. That's how that's how shocked Tron was that chapter, okay? Even when Urek is holding this man by his shoulders on the side, Urek is straight up holding this man up. Tron was still shocked. Okay, he wasn't packed up. All right, he did. V didn't pack that man so bad that he couldn't talk no more. That's not what happened. Okay, that's not what happened. Mans was in shock. Man, Mans is. I ain't never seen nobody in shock like that. But man, yo, okay. So zookeepers, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's time. I think the zoo is laying you guys off. Okay, so it's not looking good. Okay, whoever's the keeper who watches over the monkeys, I think your job is up. Okay, whoever is the keeper who look over the zebras, I think your job is up. Okay, that uh who else? Who else? Daniel. I think Daniel watches over the giraffes. Daniel, I think your job is up. Okay. Anybody else? It's a couple. It's a lot of y'all that support Trump. Man, look, y'all might want to rethink your positions, man. Y'all might want to. And you know what's crazy? And look at Loki. Even Gustang, even the librarians tried to help you. The librarians tried to help you. We tried to help you. We didn't want y'all to get laid off, okay? We want y'all to keep y'all jobs. It's a hard out here, okay? It's hard out here. The economy is dog shit, okay? Groceries are expensive. We the zookeepers, we trying to keep y'all afloat. Gustang tried to give y'all a lifeline. He tried to help y'all. Okay? The man is trying to shut down your zoo. The man is named V and he tried to shut down your zoo. We tried to help y'all. Y'all can't say we ain't tried. We tried to help y'all. What do we get for this? What do we get for this? Oh, Gustang's next. Okay, Gustang is just as bad as Trump. Man, we tried to help y'all. We tried to lend out a helping hand, but we get persecuted. It's about Gus. It's not about us. I mean, all right. All jokes aside. All jokes aside. All jokes aside. All jokes aside. Yo, A family head is possibly dead. A family head is possibly dead. Before all jokes aside, there are massive ramifications for this. Like, do we like? I don't like. Despite everything that happened for the story narratively about Bomb, we have to talk about the family head possibly being dead. Okay, Tron possibly being dead. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, what happened to was looking forward to you in the screen with Naya. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I already reached out to Naya. I'm sorry. By the way, let me just like how I am right now, where I look super dead, tired. I get off work. I got off work super late that day. I woke up like around 2. I was supposed to be in the stream. He said 3:30. I ate and I sat down and I was just waiting for stuff, just waiting for him, to get started. I'm not saying it was him or anything. It absolutely wasn't. But I went to sleep. I went to sleep. I'm sorry. Um, I get off work 10 o'clock in the morning, and you know the best time for me to stream is like midday, like around now to 3 o'clock. So he hit me up for 3 o'clock, 3:30. I'm sorry. I ate and I fell asleep. So I reached out to him. So I apologize. I apologize for wasting anybody's time with that. I would have loved to be in there. Um, maybe I'll have to do it. Um, but I gotta see. I gotta see where we are because I understand stuff like that. Um, when you set up something with somebody and you don't show up, obviously it leaves a bit of a bad taste in your mouth. So I hope there's no hard feelings. I had to reach back out to him and maybe we could chat it up and I'll have to do it myself, which is fine. I'll have to navigate that. So, but yeah, I apologize to anybody who's looking forward to that. I fucked that up. But moving on. So, as I was saying, the ramifications, guys, the ramifications are massive. Oh, wait, there's a lot of discuss market levels are always low. Yes, I can. I absolutely can raise it up a lot. A shit ton. All right. That should have boosted it up a lot. Um, so I'll say it again. Traumery dying is a massive thing. Like if trauma, we don't know if he's dead. We know it's a people swearing up and down he's not dead. If Trom is dead, what is the tower's reaction? That's my first question to you. What is the tower's reaction? How does the tower react? Like, first and foremost, first, oh, yeah, that helps a lot. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, my bad. I didn't know. I didn't realize it was that low. Yeah, I'll keep. Yeah, this will be the standard going forward. But what are the ramifications going forward? So obviously, Zahard has to find out that Trauma is dead. This is assuming Trauma's dead. I know, blah 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 blah. He transfers consciousness. Let's assume that what V did is that he really did kill Trauma. Trauma's dead. What happens now? To me, I like this is what has to happen. Emergent first of all, Zahar finds out there needs to be an emergency meeting immediately. There needs to be an emergency meeting. Emergency meeting. Okay. Emergency meeting amongst all the current family heads. What happens between that? Because is it possible that Gustang gets blamed for killing Traumery? For example, there's nobody on this field. There's nobody on this field. Like who on this field right now can confirm Traumery's death was by because and what's gonna get said. You know what's gonna get said. They're gonna say that Bomb did it. There's a massive possibility that they're gonna say Bomb did it. There's no reason to say that V did it because nobody knows. The only person who would know, Luslek, Urek, which I don't see Urek putting that information out. Besides the Bayek, he may tell Bayek like this is what happened, but I don't say Urek saying, "Yeah, this weird guy went inside this kid's body and he killed." Like no, like they might not put the information out, but Gus, and I don't see Gus. I don't see it benefited Gus Dang to tell everybody that hey, V's alive. Like I don't see Gus Dang doing it. So the only like it's either Gus Dang's gonna get blamed for it or Bomb's gonna get blamed for it. It depends on like how it's seen. So for example, Coon and Dorsey and them don't necessarily know V is inside a bomb, right? They saw some weird shit happen when he killed Enkidu, where like he killed Enkidu. And that's a good point, Cam. That's a good point, Cam. They don't V does Urek doesn't know V, but the way it looks from Coon's side and Dorsey's side, Rachel's side, it looks like Bomb killed Traumery. Yo, that puts like Bomb already had a target on his back. That like Bomb legit may get hunted down by other family heads now. Like legit, yo, like the order in the tower might be to hunt Bomb down. Now, granted, Bomb isn't even conscious; he doesn't even exist right now. But Bomb and his team may get blamed for this. Now, the other part of that is Gustain could get blamed for it, but if there's witnesses like around, what you saw was that Bomb did it, and like so you have to have an emergency meeting amongst all the family heads that are like loyal to Zahar. All of y'all have to have an emergency meeting, and now like y'all all go over like Traumery's dead. Like, why is Traumery dead? Like, this is impossible. The irregular, the kid irregular killed him, and Urek Manzino was down there, like, and he was fighting too. Like I don't even know how that conversation would go. I don't even know how that conversation would go. It's it's like really it's pandemonium because basically what it means is okay, there's going to be a target on Bomb's back. That means it's going to be a target on the family head's back as well. Like one of you have died, which means that like another one of you can obviously die. Like y'all position for the first time in a very very long time is not secure anymore. It's not secure anymore. One of y'all got packed out. That's yo. I hope we get the reactions of like important places in the tower, like just important figures throughout the tower that Bomb has met and that we've seen throughout the journey. Just like the reaction of some of the most important people. I would love that POV. I would love that POV. And that could be something that happens maybe towards the end of the season, like because I asked a question on my post. If you haven't been on my YouTube channel today and seen the post, I posted something that asked the question, "How do you guys feel about the current season?" So I mean the current arc. So the current arc that we're in is absolutely Lobo Pia versus Pobito, and I wanted to know what people thought. There's some interesting thoughts on there, and I'm going to go through the post and read some of the comments on stream. But some people actually don't like this the war, which I'm a little bit surprised by. Some people don't like some of the characters that have been presented. I'm a little bit surprised by that too. Um, Overall, to me, I don't think it's been perfect. Like I don't think it's been a 10 out of 10 war. I think it's around like a 7, around a 7 overall. Because I agree to a lot of the points that I did read about is that the fights have been a bit lackluster. Like the fights have not been exciting as we would like. For two family hits, the fights have not been as exciting as we expected them to be. The destructiveness is absolutely missing in the fight, and just to get into a little bit of that, that's the problem when you create a setting that is literally floating air. That's the problem. Like the entire fight between Trauma and Gusting, and not even just them. This entire like war and part of the season is just a bunch of people floating around in random space. I'm sorry. In most series, the setting matters. Like when we're talking about fighting and like power scaling, the setting matters. Like in terms of creating an aesthetic and destructiveness about how dangerous and how like how much damage is being done. Like I've read Jujutsu Kaisen, and like what we can just use Shibuya as an example. The destruction of Shibuya like shows you how like strong and the amount of damage that's getting done in the area, right? Like half the city disappearing type shit is like what we talking about. Like that's what we talking about when we talk about destructive power. When you're just in a floating space and you're just throwing shit, like okay, like Trom did disconnect like half the space, but that doesn't really show like the setting and like what we're seeing, right? Like we have to feel it, we have to see it, and I think that's a big part of it. Also, like I know Gus Dang's power showing wasn't that good. It wasn't that good, but yeah. So we'll go over a couple of them things. Let me just get to some of the comments and talk to a few of you guys real quick. Appreciate Cam for posting the Discord link. Um, There's the Hedon knew that V was that was that V was there from the beginning. He probably did. He probably did. Um, Facts Hedon knew Ghost's body can be V's original one. Um, I'm surprised we didn't see Ghost with this V reveal. Like I was really hoping that we would see him because he's been like the suspected V this entire time, and he wasn't around for Rachel. I'm very surprised by that. Now I hope we do go to Coon's side because we should go back to Coon in the POV and we should see Rachel and Coon's reaction to like Bomb obviously packing on Traumery and fighting them. And we may get a mention like, well, who was that? That wasn't Bomb. Like we might get like Rachel talking about it. So I do hope we get that POV this week. I don't see where else we could go with it because like I don't know if you guys understand, but basically this isn't the Bomb show right now. Like Bomb is gone right now as the main character. Like he's not here. Like he's not going to be the focus. Like we can't exactly go see what Fug's doing. Like I think that would be a little bit that would be bad for us to see like the inner workings of Fug and what they're doing. Like we can see the conversations between Luslek and V, but we can't necessarily like focus on that, because it's not Bomb. He's not the main character. But we get and see Coon's side. Like we'll probably follow Coon and crew for a while, which will I call them the weakling trio. Like and Dorsey, Rack, and Coon. We'll get to see them, but this next POV we should get to see like the whole ending of this chess match thing, which should be the game should be over. Trom's dead. The game should be over, and it should be Gus Dang's W. And what comes with that, I don't know. Um, but let's see. Fug is going to take responsibility to gain more followers. That's true. Fug could take that's a good point, Loki. They could do that. Um, this all could have been Jihad's plan all along. Listen, I'm as a hard supporter as a hard knowing that Trump's gonna get packed out is insane. But hey, look, Zahar is a cunning man. Hey man, the only Lobo PM members I care about are uh the twins, their mom and dad. That's it. Yeah, Robodon. Is Robodon gonna cry? Robodon might cry, yo. Robodon's around watching it pop get packed. That might be that's the ooh. I can't wait to see Robodon's reaction. Um, what does Zahar do about Princess and Dorsey since she was there? Do you target everybody that was there? That would mean you would target Urek too. That mean you would target Urek too. I wonder how Lobodon going to react. I want to be grandson kill his father. True, true. That from Robodon's perspective, Robodon might actually put it out too. He saw Trom get packed out by Bomb. Damn, that looks crazy. That looks crazy. Um, Bomb is a Fug. Bomb is a Fug. Lawyers, there are no chance Fug doesn't take responsibility for this, and we may even see high rankers leave the families and join Fug. Yeah, it ain't looking good right now. It's not looking good, and low key, the red dump people take a L for this. The red dump people take a L for this. Okay, because their entire objective was to kill a family head. Their entire objective from being here not only was just like to cause disturbance and like to get rid of like some of the muck of the armies, but their goal was like Leslie's goal. They were supposed to kill a family head. V took that W from them. So is there smoke now? Like I wonder if there's smoke between them now because like they got completely overshadowed by V's appearance. I wonder how that plays out. I wonder how that plays out. Um, what what just a loyal all the lives on the line. This is an issue of national security. It is. This is the first time Zahar's. This is the first time in literal centuries that Zahar's reign or rule has been challenged directly with the death of one of the kings. Like that's the only way to put it. Like one of the kings have died, and this is bad. Like this is so bad. Um, all the floor. I don't know what floors Trum's family controls. I'm not sure what floors they control, but that's it. Like uh, yo, I gotta see the tower's reaction to this. I think we should focus on Fug since V is here now and Bomb is sleeping. I don't know if we're gonna focus on Fug to be honest. I think we probably focus on the weekly trio. I really do. Um, I don't think the POV is going to be bomb. I don't. Chat, what's up, Order? Who overshadowed by V? The red dumb people. The red dumb people were the hype. Like 2 months, 3 months ago, they were the hype. Everybody was focused on them, but their appearance gets overshadowed now by V. Like because they were supposed to be the ones to pack out a family hit. That was their goal. To attack a family hit, but all they did was clean out the Munchkins. But V overall took the W for Fug. And yeah, like that's what it is right now. What if Urek trains mom's friends and the red dump people could take um responsibility even though they didn't do anything? I don't know if they want to make their presence known, to be honest, Loki. Like I don't know if that's what they want to do right now. It seemed like they didn't want to make their presence known. They kind of ran away. I don't think they could straight up fight Gustang or Traumery. I don't think they could do it. But them running away doesn't necessarily look good. And the only person who was hunting them down really was Urek. Like Urek's target was them. But I don't I would love to see the POV of Urek talking to Beg. Like because now he has the latest information. Like he has the related information that he doesn't know who like Urek doesn't know who V is, but he has to tell Beg like basically bomb or something that looks like it's controlling bomb packed out Traumery. And like now it's like okay, do we focus on these RLD people or is Fug like really a legit problem right now, which they all have always been, but now it's a massive problem because you got two people that can fight family heads now. Not only that, like they acted on it, like they legit finally acted on killing them. Like potentially the title of Slayer is like a real it's like a real thing now, right? Um, damn, that's so crazy. And I wonder if they like I wonder if they let strategically, if I'm Fug, I would let like you obviously don't let it be known that like V is back. You let him play as Bomb and let him like graduate from Slayer candidate to Slayer. That's like that would be the strategy I would think they would go for. And you have him act as Bomb, like going like he's finally acting as their guy going forward. That would be so tough. That would be so tough. Like I would love to see like if we're at the end of season 3, we start season 4 with like Bomb like being introduced as like a new Slayer and being the one who slayed Traumery. Like that would be so tough to start like a new season. That would be so fire. Um, it would be better if Rev and Fug figure out a strategy to work together. Um, I think so too for loops, but I don't know if like the Revs are like because while Leslek did assist them, he did technically help the RLD. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that they necessarily have a relationship now, right? Um, I think RLD will claim it, and B will hide regaining power because he killed Trauma and not Gus staying to hide. I think it can go either way. I do. I think it can go either way. But RLD seems like they want to hide more so than Fug does. Especially since like that's been their kind of their moniker this entire time. Like, oh, we're here to kill, family heads. We're here to, slay out Zahar. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't claim the W here. They just wouldn't like mark out V. Obviously, they would call Bomb like the guy. Uh, what if they put the blame not only on Bomb but also on Urek? I was thinking that too. MS, like you technically, if you know Bomb's existence, right, from like a family his perspective, like um any of the family his, or just like a high ranker's perspective, it doesn't necessarily look or make sense that Bomb killed Traumery. Like, like obviously he's a regular, but we're talking about a level of strength, right? Like how you would look at that and you would be like, eh. But Urek Mazano was there, like the second strongest man. The tower was there. Are we sure that he didn't kill Traumery? Like I feel like people are more willing to believe that. Um, Yeah, I think that makes more sense. It's Stacy. Yeah, yeah. My bad, Stacy. Yeah, I know it's you. You did say that earlier. Am I the only one who's disappointed of this arc? No, Kira. That's why I asked the question on the post. That's why I asked the question. I'm glad to know that there is people who have a different perspective, because while these last like 10 to 12 chapters have been really good, overall season, this overall war has not necessarily been great, and I know some people feel that way. I'm glad I didn't know like the different things that people didn't like. Like there's somebody who said they don't like Urek's appearance. I didn't expect that, but I kind of get it. Um, you're right. It's his territory that's free. His real estate is free. His floors are free. Everything that Traumery controls is free now. Um, this may not be stuff we don't get for a while though. Like I wonder if we get like a small like time frame where like we jump like maybe a month or two, like to see like how the tower reacts. I would love to see that. Um, let's like 100% will want to put Urek into trouble. True, he will. Like strategically, either you let your slayer be known to slay a family head, which puts Fug stocks like in the tower legitimately, not even just us. Like in real life in their world, puts Fug stocks up, or you manipulate it. You make it look like Urek did it, and now Urek's organization is in trouble. Now they're getting targeted. Now they're getting packed up. Now it's a hard one smoke with Urek and Bayek. Like that. That's a point there too. Um. So yes, Carrie, you're the only one I think. Y'all crazy. Walkie Song are neutral. Putting blame on Urek would force him to join the war. Yeah, but like MS, like for something that makes sense. If you're like one of the family heads and you get told that hey, Traumery is dead and Bomb killed him, wouldn't that be extremely hard to believe? Like he's basically a baby irregular. Like it would be extremely hard to believe that he killed Traumery of all people. Um, but we know that like Urek was there, and I feel like this is one of those scenarios where the story could absolutely be told in a completely different way than what actually happened. It's extremely possible. But we do have Lobanon there, and if Lobanon he's loyal to Traumery, which would mean he's loyal to Zahar's side. If Robodon's the one to go and let's just say talk to Zahar, then he could tell Zahar like, hey, this is what happened. I saw I saw him kill Traumery. Like that's what happened. And now they take that information. So I don't know. I think Lobanon's the only one who could really probably give the information accurately, if he saw it. But there's no reason he shouldn't have saw it, right? Um, I got two talking points. The Shinsu from Tramri will be stored by someone to power RLD in some way. Ooh, I like that. Beliar's plan to kill a family head must represent something for these RLD people. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. Especially the trauma part. Two, if V has the blue flame blessing from GOG, what if everyone in Flood gets a crazy boost because they are his allies? That part is interesting, only because I wonder how that flame works. Granted, it should work because it technically is V, but then it's technically not V. Like you understand, like it's V's soul inside of Bomb's body. If it works that way, where like it just transferred to wherever he goes as like a part of his power, then yeah, that would work. Um, but if it's like more like original body related type shit, then obviously it wouldn't. But I can see that possibly working out. I can see that possibly working out. All right. So we did a little pre talk about a lot of different things. I made fun of the zookeepers and all that like good stuff. Um, Before I get to the comments from the video, I am gonna read some posts about what people think about the current season. In that post I made, so I'll talk about that first. Because I think we can, because a lot of people actually don't seem to. Well, some people, I won't say a lot. Some people don't actually like what's going on. So I would like to hear what people think about the current arc before we read into this week's stuff. So let me log in real quick. Yeah, I am. I was super salty when I woke up on Wednesday night, and I couldn't. It was already too late to join the stream. Like I was super sick. Like I really did want to have that conversation with him. He always asks like really really good questions. Like that's like I honestly, if Naya wanted to, like he could be an interviewer. He asks really really good questions that has some substance to it. Um, and like he usually asks like a follow up question and like details behind that. Like if you answer, he'll ask, "Well, why do you think that?" I noticed about him when I watched him stream with other people, and like the one time we did it together. Um, I enjoyed that part of it because it allows you to get more, not just give like a surface answer, like, well, why do you think this? Like, and like, why do you think this character did that? Like, I love those type of questions. Um, and just in general, it's just nice to talk to somebody who does the same thing that I do. So I am super salty that I missed that stream. I fucked up. I fucked up. I'm sorry. I fucked up. All right. All right. Real quick. So we don't have a lot. Okay. From the post that I made earlier, but I'll pull it up real quick. Kill it. Y'all be killing me. Killing me, y'all be killing me. It's just pure smoke all the time. Nice. The next time I can ask to be in the call for the stream, or it'd be nice to do it. Okay, nah, that'd be cool. That'd be dope. It'd be nice to have like some people from the chat definitely up in there. A lot of you guys have really good opinions too. Especially kill you. A lot of times you come from a different side of things. So that'd be nice. I like having different perspectives in in a discussion like that. All right, let's get these comments up. So if you didn't see, I'll say it again. I put a post up earlier this morning about I said, what are your opinions on the current arc in Tower of God, which is basically Lopia versus Pobito? So I'm specifically asking about the war. Okay, I'm specifically asking about the war. So what are your current opinions on Tower of God? Are you lost? Do you love it? Is it unexpected? So we got a couple responses here. I'm just gonna read a couple of them, and then we'll get to the regular stuff. So we got Zenu here. Um, Zen Ace. No, Ace was first. Yeah, Ace was first. So yeah, I gotta lower this a little bit. It's a little bit too big. Well, let's cut this down a little bit. All right, there we go. That works out. Um, so yeah, Ace said, it's all right. I didn't like how Urek, interfered in their battle. And the best thing was clearly Viver and Lusleg. Um, so how do y'all feel about Urek? Like, obviously, we're towards the end of like this fight. Like, I don't think Gustang and Urek are gonna beef or anything like that. I think like they're probably gonna like go their separate ways. But do people like Urek's appearance? Like I get it. Like his reasoning wasn't really too sound. He kind of made like he threatened Traumery, but didn't necessarily like go for Traumery. He packed out his monster, but uh, like if he came to just mess with the RLD people, it would have been fine. But I think we all did expect him to jump in the middle of the fight, though. That's like literally the only way I think we could have seen the fight between Traumery and Gusang stopping. It had to be Urek, somebody as strong or stronger to step in. So it's not like we didn't predict and think that was going to happen. Um, but I understand a little bit of the disdain for him. So yeah, that was my response to that. I don't know how y'all feel about Urek in the current state, but that's what Ace thinks. So, bro, if Traum is alive and Gustang saved him, I'm gonna be so pissed. I mean, it's possible. He tried. He tried. Um, I think it's a little weird, and I agree with V. Like Gustang is a bit of a hip. He's a not a bit. He's a hypocrite for trying to save Traumery. Like, but I guess he wants to do it himself in like a righteous way, which is a little. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit lame to do that. Just like let the man pass. But whatever Gustang needs to cope or make himself feel better. But yeah, you should just let him die if you ask me. Urek made me mad as hell this whole chapter. Yeah, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know that. I didn't think much of Urek this chapter. Like, wow, like him like holding hands with Traumery was hilarious. And saving Traum and like stepping in. I thought I didn't have a problem with it. Um, but I didn't know people would have felt that way about him. Um, V stole the kill from Yama in replacement for Tron from the red trash can. Everyone just stealing. I feel like that makes Yama and Slayer's whole existence. True, true. I didn't like anything about Urek. He destroyed the arc. Damn, damn, really? Okay, damn. So Urek stocks dropped this arc. This might be the first time that Urek stocks have dropped. Damn, like he's a beloved figure. Man, this is a beloved figure. I no, don't get me wrong. I understand, guys, but I'm just saying, Urek has been one of those guys, like like one of them polarizing characters who existed from the beginning. Um, you know, he's kind of like a Gojo in a way where he's not obviously on screen nearly as much, but like he's that strong guy in the background, like that super strong guy. So this is the first time like people have a problem with him. Shit. Urek is a hypocrite because he's always claimed to stay out of politics and pisses me off. I agree. He did like say that he wasn't gonna jump into shit. Like he said that and then he jumped into it, which like it was a little bit runaroundy. I get it. Urek was fine. People complaining because they childish. From Christmas last year, Urek told you he would stop the fight. Yeah, he did. He did say he would stop their fight. It's just that, yeah, I understand when people say he's going back and forth. Like he says he's not going to jump in their business. He did tell Gustang that, but we also knew that he would like stop the war. He doesn't want the family heads fighting, and obviously it's because of the RLD people. Which, crazy enough, he did fail to stop them. He did fail to do anything to them. Um, but okay, all right, Urek, your stocks are dropping in the community, man. Zenu said I like it for the most part. There are some glaring issues which I did want to ask Zenu. What are those glaring issues? I don't think Zenu's in chat. I do want to know what he means with glaring issues though. Once the arc is over, I see how everything plays out. I'll be able to form my thoughts then, which I understand. It's not over, so some of the issues he may have may pop up, as we wrap this up. But I do want to know what those glaring issues are. I can't think of any super duper glaring issues that I have a problem with right now. I'm just coasting through everything for the most part. So, all right. Kyrie says, I didn't really like it, but I loved it because it's Todd. Okay, like I get it. Like you love the series, so even if something like it's kind of like that One Piece thing. Like I didn't necessarily love Wano, but I liked I love it because it's One Piece, it's the universe. I get that. What they saying in the chat? I see a couple wall text come up. It's more of a people complaining of the execution of Urek stopping. Still, quality of the chapters with Urek is always high. True. So Urek said something went against it because it's against his self interest. Urek has always been an arrogant man that's self serving. Like the communities of kids, he's a natural character. True, but that doesn't mean people have to like him though. Just like he can still be himself, and people can still dislike or dislike his nature. Especially when we getting to see more of his nature, more than ever now. Yeah, Urek was fine this arc. He didn't destroy any tension because V still got the shot on Trom. Yeah, my only problem was him like legit stopping the fight at the peak moment. But again, it's something that we predicted. It's not necessarily like problem is the wrong word. It's just a little bit annoying, but like it's something we predicted. We already knew. So you brace yourself and shit like that, right? If Gustang, the most stern guy in the series, his has his in the series has his version. um. Okay. What else did he say? The Tron versus Gusting fight needed more scale for me. Yeah, and I talked about this earlier. Like that's the problem. Like the setting matters, and like I understand people like not necessarily liking Gusting's fighting style, and the scale of it isn't really felt when you're fighting in floating air, man. Like it's just never gonna get felt. It didn't feel like they went all out and a little lackluster. I can agree to that. I hate that I couldn't see the Shenmue Ryu more. What was Gusting Shenmue like? Why it couldn't be stated if he did use it? True, true. That is very true. We never did get a confirmation. We never did get a confirmation of Gustin uses in his Shinwa Ryu. We never got a confirmation on it. We assumed it's the book stuff, the letting stuff out the book stuff, but we never did get to say like, "Hey, this is my Shinwa Ryu." Okay, he's right. I guess he's right. It's weird if that's not because he should have just used it, but we never it never was officially stated. I hate that Blossom Fire thing. When I think of wave controller, it looks different to me. Also, I didn't really see Gus thing as a wave controller either. Okay, I can respect that opinion. I can absolutely respect that opinion. Um, the reason is not because they don't like his nature. They just mad that the Gus thing did not land the killing blow. No, I think people legit just don't like. I don't. I think people legit don't like Urek's nature. Like it's the lackadaisicalness, it's the non-seriousness of it. Like he kind of changed the tone a bit of the fight when he jumped in it. Like I get that. Like I think people don't like that. Regardless if it's his character or not, I just don't think people like that vibe. Wonder if the Black Hook is still a thing. Good question. Urex is Deus Ex Machina for CU. Uh, Urek does have the trope of being a guy who interrupts impossible shit, like shit that shouldn't be interrupted. But I think we knew, like we if we knew it, it doesn't necessarily bother me. Like Deuce X is more as like something like really popping out the ass. Like we like pause, but like you know what I mean, like something that like comes out of nowhere. We knew it was coming, so I can't necessarily say that. Like no, I'm not mad about that at all, Kill. What I'm mad about is you got this guy who's using souls to create his monster, and Urek is no, this guy should live. Makes no sense. Okay. I don't really see that side of it, but I see what you're saying. Um, I don't see what you're saying, but understand what you're saying, but I don't necessarily agree with that part of it. We did get a confirmation, or did you not read the proper translation? When was the proper translation that it said that Gustang's Shinwar Ryu was him pulling shit out the book? Um, if there's a natural translation to that, then I would love to see that. But I don't remember there being any post, at least in, if the proper translations are out, then yeah, I would like to see where it says Gustang Shinwar Ryu is him pulling shit out the book. Again, we assumed that it was, but I've never seen it. Um, if trauma is down, what will happen to the souls that were trapped inside the Shinwar Ryu and the Beast? I think they go back to the flow of Shinsu, right? They have to, right? All those dead souls have to return to the flow. Um, which I wonder, I would that I don't think that'll have any massive effects. What Kill said earlier could be the truth though. Um, if what I said before, and what we kind of talked about is that like the RLD people kind of like manipulate souls type shit, um, then this a massive amount of power that's kind of like in the air right now. Um, if they can somehow harness that shit, then that would be insane. That would be kind of crazy if they did or somehow could do that. Um, and that's kind of like along the way where like Kill was kind of getting to, more like trauma restraint would like travel into that dark space, and they would be able to utilize it. But I'm not exactly sure what happens there. I don't think any of us. We obviously none of us are, but that's a massive amount of souls that's like returning to the flow. So I'm not sure if that has like any like real world effects that we can like see. Um, Daniel, I understand how bomb is burning souls now. Just having souls in your body will automatically give you a Shinsu boost. However, burning the souls in the sun can give extra Shinsu boost even more, I think. Yeah, okay. Shanks, Urek, Gojo, Bum Guy, and Fairy Tail all lack skills in that show. When they get serious, it's even better. Urek is that strong, he can afford to troll. They will glaze Urek when he fights. I agree. Like we not. I'm not. I don't think we're arguing like Urek's position. Like we know his position. It's just that like there are people that exist that don't like the strong guy who's never serious. Like that's what I'm saying. There are people who don't like those characters. Like there are people who legit never like Gojo. There are people who strong guy from Fairy Tail. I think you mean that the one girl's dad. I forget his name. But yeah, people don't always love those characters. Like they don't. So um, souls are apparently Shinsu. Souls are is apparently Shinsu. I don't know exactly what you mean. All right. Moving on. Uh, yeah. So thank you, Kyrie. Kill says, I think it's a solid arc. Bond versus Dumas was great once you realize the concept that Bond was not using his full kit is incorrect. I don't love that fight. Um, I still don't love that fight. I think Bomb taking advantage of Dumas's nature was good. I just don't like the bailing out of. I don't think I like the bailing out of Leviathan. Leviathan, and then like even the Black March coming out was like it was just like a whole lot of like come rescue bomb type shit moment. Um, I didn't like that part of it. Just you know, but some people did. Here's what it is. Um, his kit changed, and you guys don't know it. His kit changed, and you guys just don't know it. I mean, he did pull out a whole new form. Like I don't think anybody knew that. Um, I never liked Pokemon Man fighting style. So saying the fight is lacking things makes sense. True, true. That's basically what it was. Gustang versus Traumery was basically on like for a long time Pokemon shit. Like Traumery did try to mix it up and like they try to add like the Oak Bee like swinging shit, but it was a lot of like pulling out shit. Gusting did pull out those like them siren things or whatever the fuck they were called. Um, then obviously Uros or Ouroboros or whatever the fuck his name was. Um, it's two people summoning stuff fight to fight for them. Trom don't have taijutsu. So Urek versus Lusek was always going to be better, but as far as abilities to scale, it was great 8 out of 10 arc for me so far, and that's a fair opinion. Like I said, it was like about 7.5, 7 for me. 8 I think is pretty decent. Trom, and I think it's funny. Like Trom looks so muscular, and he like really didn't have hands. That part of it was just really really weird. I thought Trom was gonna have a little bit of hands. Trom really just didn't have hands like at all. All right. I'm just going back to the comments real quick. Urek talks as if he just ruins everything or interferes. There's still nothing concrete to suggest Shinsu doesn't exist in RLD. I mean, yeah, it just is. It shouldn't. Like by everything that we know, Stacy, Shinsu should not exist in RLD. It shouldn't. But okay, it's like there's no reason that it should. That's what I'm saying. Unless there's an admin on like in there in that dark space or like an admin that's been shunned type shit. Like there's no reason that it should. The cracks in the tower has so high pressure, the low pressure, the Shinshu would flow like air, even though it's like water. I don't know if that's how it works, though. I don't. We don't. I don't. I don't believe that. Like I just don't believe. I find that hard to believe because Shinsu is like such a controlled substance amongst like the beings that control the tower. It's kind of. I don't believe that they would like let a bit of it like slip into like a crack in the tower. I can't see it. Um, yeah, I can't see it. There's still nothing concrete that's blah blah blah. I read that. Or maybe like 5 people, but the reason they don't like Urek now ain't because they don't like Urek. But I digress. Okay. The whole soul thing is RLD. I ain't sold on it. I think Souls and RLD are a match made in heaven, and that's what I'm making my random power scaling theory soon. It's gonna be mainly based on Souls. It's gonna be mainly based on Souls, which can be obviously completely wrong. But I don't think Shinsu has anything to do. I don't think Shinsu has anything to do with it. When it comes to these RLD people, it doesn't make it unless they made a contract with somebody. It just doesn't. I don't see why and how. But um like the way I look at it is I don't see how it's any different from the FOD. Like legit, I don't see how it's any different than the FOD. Um, but with this music disruption in the Shinsu on that floor, how was the admin not intervening? With this much disruption in the Shinsu on that floor, how was the admin? What do you? Oh, you talking about the fight between the family hits? You know what? I don't. That's a question I'm not necessarily sure I can answer because for the longest time, right? Everybody and a lot of people have made assumptions that like if a big fight takes place between the families, the admin would jump in to make sure like the floor doesn't get destroyed type shit. Da da da. And I think that's what most people were expecting. I see that's what people were talking about. I think that's what a lot of people were expecting. The fight being so out of control that like the floor is feeling reverberations, people are in danger, regular people who live on there. Like I get that, I get that. Um, I guess it's more had to do with the game. I would assume it's because of the game, but then it's just like, well, Urek's not a player in the game. Bomb technically is, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Loves that fight because of the art. Gusting Shinwaryu is said in the chapter when the library is summoned, he uses his full Shinwaryu. Then it's basically a reality warping with words. Okay, I mean, what chapter was that? Because I have to look at the official translation if it said it in the official translation. The chapter that he summons from the chapter he says summons Prometheus. Okay, I'll go and look that up later. Like people are just looking for like the word Shinwaryu and Gustang in the same sentence. That's what people are looking for. So I get that. Vincent and Arya should are in Gashit wooden souls that were released also empower him. I don't think so. I don't think so. And Yeah, I don't think so. Shinsu has to exist there. It's just not controlled by an admin. Uh, See, and that's kind of okay. So when we're talking about this RLD thing, I kind of got at that the first time I made the suggestion that souls were a big powering factor for the RLD people. I made the suggestion that, and I thought it was a little bit asinine, but that's kind of the realm that killed. That's kind of the realm you're kind of tapping into. Is that like in a way, and I said this on that stream, the RLD people can be considered like irregulars in a way because none of them entered the tower the way you're supposed to enter the tower. They can be considered irregulars. Like they can literally legit be considered a bunch of irregulars. Um, and I was throwing the question out there. I threw the question out there that if that's the case, can they use Shinwar Ryu? Like that would be legit crazy, right? Like I don't know if you call these cracks of the tower part of the tower, and if what you're saying is true, which is Shinsu is not controlled there. That's what fucking bomb can do. That's what irregulars can do. Like, so it's 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 a massive question. That's why I'm doing a theory on it. Like I that's the kind of realm we're kind of tapping into. Like so I don't know. Magic is also Shinsu. You don't need to make a contract to use Shinsu. You need a contract to use more Shinsu. RLD Shinsu prods follows different flows, different like magic. RLD actually uses souls to boost their power. They can't get out, and they will probably cause mass genocide if they all get out. Right. That's what I would assume. Because those souls have nowhere to return to. Those souls are not returning to the tower when they die. When people die in RLD, their souls are not returning to the flow. So I gotta think that those souls are being used to power them. That was my logic behind that. Um, and I was using white as a massive example to that. But I'll again, I'm making my RLD power scaling theory video. High and why it's just a theory, but that's in the works. It should be out next week. Remember the Rachel Cup thing? Assuming that everyone's using Shinsu, all they have is incorrect. Every right, Loki. Right. Loki is absolutely correct. Um, the attack that Hayura used from that cup was not Shinsu, and that's the power I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about. Like, and it happened in this. It happened in the same exact way. It happened in the same exact way. Uh, White burning. I'm not. That's. I see your comment. Kill white burning souls is still using Shinsu. That's not what I mean when I'm talking about when I'm. You'll see in the theory video. It's not what I'm talking about. But anyway, um, the cup. She said it wasn't Shinsu, and she couldn't defend against it. It happened the same way when Darwin got hit with the lightning. She couldn't necessarily defend against it. It doesn't mean that it's Shinsu, but and Dorsey confirmed that it wasn't Shinsu that she got hit with. So that's what I'm saying. Um, but Gustang's main ship was using Shinwar Ryu to shoot out a large beam that Urek destroyed. Shinwar Ryu can be considered as an amp or nullification for spells or Shinsu in the surrounding area. Chivalry can be considered as an amp or a nullification for spells or Shinsu in the surrounding area. I don't. What do you mean by that, Daniel? I'm a little confused by that. Their souls are all born from people. They that are regulars, so they are regulars. Eh, I guess that can be considered true. I guess that can be considered true. Hmm. All right. I'm one of them. I don't like protagonists or overpowered people. Protagonist syndrome like Urek, especially if you beat up people that are weaker and compared to you. What is cocky? I get it. I get it. I get it. The cup is probably Shenmue Ryu, but it's still Shinsu. Blue baby hair with a lightning bolt. That's just too powerful. It's different to the cup. Um, the cup is probably Shenmue Ryu. So yeah, I made that suggestion that it could possibly be Shenmue Ryu that they're using, but it's all. My thoughts are already organized in my script video for it, so I don't want to spoil too much of what I'm going to be talking about in that video, but I think it's I think it is Shinlore Ryu, but I also think it has more to do with souls than actual Shinsu. Um, but I won't go into detail about it. Only because I'm finally working on that video. So she straight up said it wasn't Shinsu. She did. Cancel Shinsu in the surrounding area spells. It can be also be an regular Shinsu quality and Shinsu shape to be to some degree. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what it does. Yeah, it kind of like cancels shit out and destroys it. Um, and that's what I'm saying. Like Darwin, while she tried to protect herself, she couldn't protect herself. Like she legit put up a defense and it got clapped. Which to me, like it looks exactly what Dorsey did. Like and Dorsey tried to prepare herself or defend herself and she couldn't. Um, because I don't think it's Shinsu. But it can also like it can be Shinwa Ryu, but um don't know. All right. Moving on in this section right here. Um, I want so Mitsuki. So I read Mitsuki's comment earlier. Mitsuki does not like this art, which I think is interesting. I want it over soon because it gets boring really fast. It got boring really fast, but I like Urek and how he wants to save Baby Bomb. Um, and yeah, we know Urek's a bomb connoisseur, but it got boring. I can see the fight getting boring. I don't know about the plot itself. I think the plot was pretty good, especially like V's reveal and like even some of the Enkidu stuff, just like during the war. But I can see what you mean by getting boring. Like a lot of the like fighting shit like did get a little bit boring. Um, like most of the things that made it was like more like the plot shit and the like the appearances kind of made like the arc. The arc is all right, pretty solid for lore. Kind of half-assed on the fight sometimes, but then others were amazing. If I had to rate it, it would be like a 7.5. Chess game brings it down, but art brings it back up. Okay, cool. Daniel says he loves it. Let me just make sure there's no more. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to get everybody's quick thoughts on that. And obviously you can keep going and talking about it on that post if you want to post, and I'll answer later. But all right, let's move on to the review comments. We're gonna move on to the review comments. So we got a decent amount this week, 36. Um, so we'll start from newest to the bottom. Have some decent stuff this week. There's one more. I didn't see it. Ah, okay, there you are. I got you, Daniel. Okay. As a Traumery fan, I am supposed to defend him, but they call him lacking. Zookeeper's down bad. I didn't say that Traumery will wake up and fight back. Let's be fair. V was successful in the attack because Gustang, Urek, and Lusek was in front of him. Was the only natural. It it was only natural he would get caught lacking. He still has better character display for now and backstory for now. Okay. Just that you know that this is that just that you know that in is the time for Bomb to get close and talk to all the external powers in his inner world, like how Bomb had interaction with Leviathan and Blue Threса, like the Red Thresa. Ah, that is a perspective. Okay, I forgot about that. White Clone, Black March. My theory is that once he gets to close to them and understands even more, he might be in soul form and might meet Prince and Arc Raptor in soul form too. That's interesting, Daniel. I like that. I forgot. Like okay, so like while like the POV change does happen because we won't necessarily get like bomb as the POV. This would be a perfect time to bomb to like get to know his inner world more and understand his powers and his people. He also could do some training in there too. That is pretty good. I actually like that a lot. That's a different way to do a training arc too. If he was going to do it, like to get a better understanding of like of the shit inside of him and be able to utilize them differently and like maybe actually mesh them together, that would be really fucking good. Okay, I'm glad Bomb and Crew has a finally split up. They changed feels pivotal moment. Like Seal will bring up Bangdam's group. You and you know what? We said that like last year and months ago that Bomb needs to separate from the trio. He does need to get away from them. This was a very, very different and interesting way to do it. Like I love it. Like, we were throwing out like Bomb may climb the tower differently than them because they're so weak and they need to get powerful. But this is like a very good way to do it. I like it. Seal will bring back Wing Nam's group. I hope so. So V killed Ray's friends, but who are Ray's other friends? I can understand why it's a hard way to exploit Ray's loneliness. Okay. V killed Ray's friends. Who are Ray's other friends? I can understand why it's a hard way to exploit Ray's loneliness. I don't know what you mean by V killed Ray's friends. What do you mean? Um, Hold on. Cancel Shinsu. Blah, blah, blah. The issue with the chest is kind of just leads to nothing. Yeah, I know, and yeah. I get it. Maybe we'll get it. Since we're wrapping things up, maybe we'll get to see what chest does. But yeah, I see what you. I know what you mean, Devin. I kind of see where the place where the dumpster babies come from as a deep abyss of space. It's wild, unstable, fluctuates in different areas. That's why people from there can be strong or weak. Right. I think so too. Sleepy. I hope Urek trains bombs friends. About Urek's power, what percentage is he using now? Last time we saw it was only 30, and he probably went up to 50 or more. Now, V hinted he might be not be able to defeat Urek, so if they do fight out, it'll be intense. We don't know. I'm not even going to make a guess. We don't know. You know. Also, can you break down what happened at the end of the chapter? The last attack V used was intense. Sure. So if I had to, like, I don't exactly know what happened myself, but if I had, like, I usually make guesses for shit like this. So my assumption is that V shot like, my assumption is that he shot like in so this is the type of shit like I think wave controllers should be able to do, right? Like this is like the epitome of what a wave controller could do. Because I found it interesting that they just ignored this. I found it extremely interesting that they ignored what V did before he ran away. Like man shot like an intense ball of Shinsu, like a gun, like a grenade. Like like this. He planted that shit. He shot it and it didn't do like he just shot it. And like obviously Gustang reacted, but then he ran away and they didn't do anything. It's like he shot like a grenade and then it exploded. And then he like controlled it and it exploded. Like this is the type of shit like I think wave controllers should be able to do. That's what I like. That's all I think that happened. Like I don't think it was anything other than that. Like he shot like a grenade that exploded later on. Like maybe like Urek thought he shot something and and that he missed. But that's kind of how I took it. Like he shot something they thought he missed and it exploded. Um, Talk about V as being lonely. It didn't seem he knew how Ray can be vulnerable in the aspect. If V didn't do anything to help him, just a perspective. Okay, I see what you. Okay, Daniel. But how do you explain the electricity or the fact that they flying? Dalwin could have just been weaker than her lightning. It's coming in the video. Did you look at my image of Ghost and V Shinsu technique? It was the exact same. Was it? Okay. I mean, I didn't look at it, but I don't disagree with you. Tag me in the post on Discord so I can look at it. 100% the cup was a spell. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Is it in the Discord right now? Let me see. Yeah, I don't see it. All right. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Yeah, let's get back to the comments. Let's get back to the comments. Get back to the comments. All right. I don't know where I got lost at, but Cam, my boy Cam. Cam says Leslie the goat. Leslie was absolutely the goat, man. Um, everybody. I don't know one person right now that I've read the comments from. Not only just on my stream, but on like Naya stream, and I did peek on Animo stream. Everybody is like, it's I think it's unanimous that Lustek is the goat right now. Like the amount of planning, big brainness, to prepare his preparation, like his readiness, like the assumption of what's gonna happen. Bro is just on go mode, like from the rip. From the minute that he got his hands on bomb, it was game time. Like bro just been ready. Leslie is absolutely the man. Like yeah. Like I think it's unanimous. Like if you don't like Leslie right now, you hating. Bro is the guy. Absolutely the guy. We need to go before we even knew who he was. Yeah, he was. Bro is goaded. Like he really is. Less like biggest W. Like I don't like right now it's like Batman and Robin type shit. Like you would have to call V Batman and less like is like the best Robin. Like he's Tim Drake or not Tim Drake. He's Dick Grayson. Like the like arguably the best Robin. Like absolutely, it's like he's just too good. Or like you can even throw Superman Batman type shit if you want. But that's how goaded less like is right now. So yeah, I totally agree with y'all. All right, Loki. Loki says, so no question now that this is V. That's confirmed. Now, Gustang and Urek made me mad in the chapter. Why would Gustang try and save Tromri after spending all that time trying to kill him? Makes no sense. I said that Gustang was a clown for that. I don't agree with that decision, but he did. I hate when characters are like, I want to kill him, but I want to kill him my way. That's dumb. I agree. I hope that Trom is dead, but I can also see Gustang saving him since we didn't confirm his location as V left, and they would honestly piss me off. Yeah, I hope Trom's not alive either. But I agree with you. See, I think this is a big thing with Gustang's character in this arc. Gustang's character has been very revealing. Okay, um, I think a part of him starting this rebellion and getting and doing the things he's done is him getting back to who he was. Okay, the Gustang who punished people, the Gustang who held shit accountable. I think like they emphasize, like CU has emphasized that like Gustang is trying to get back to some normalcy. He's trying to get back to who he believes he is as a person, and I don't think he's willing to jeopardize anything for that. Meaning, I'm gonna punish Trombery not only for what he's done as sins, but what he did to me. And I'm not gonna let anybody stop that. And I can respect that to a point because it's not like he didn't have Trombery dead to rights. He did. Despite what any zookeeper want to say, Trombery was on his last offense. Gustang was going to pierce him with the oak bee in the fire. He was gonna pack him out. And apparently the fire wasn't even up. The fire wasn't even over. He still had more. He had more to use. As we seen where they were about to fight Urek. So I don't think I don't like the idea of like him saving Traumery. Like it's one thing to like save him so you can kill him yourself. I don't like that. But he definitely like maybe shouldn't have intervened. So I think that's clown behavior, but I get you don't want to let somebody else kill him because he's put you through a lot. So I get it. And you're there to punish him. Like that's what you came for. So um but does he sit there and let V pack him out? It's wishy washy, man. It's really wishy washy. Like um so y'all saw multiple personalities of Gus walking around. You lot said you love the persevere side of him helping the ops, but now you're confused that Gus doesn't want anyone taking away his dub. I mean, yeah, I agree with that kill. Like it's a bit of it. Like I get it. Like ultimately he wants Traumery dead, but again, I like I think the whole point of us getting to know Gustang's personality and why he became the way he was for us to understand that he's trying to get back to who he used to be, which is holding himself accountable for shit and then holding them accountable for shit. So like he's emphasized that he wants to like double down and punish Traumery. So I get that. I do get that. Um I think is and a part of it could just be the moment. Like for the moment, Urek has jumped into the fight, so it doesn't seem like Gustang's going to get the chance to kill Traumery because Urek's stopping the fight. So why not let kill him? And if that's what you're saying, okay. But I mean, unless like what V kill him, but I don't know if that's the way to do it. Like I just think that's a little bit distasteful, in terms of Gustang. Like that would be distasteful to just let it happen that way, right? Um, it's just like it's like letting a new player just come in and just dominate for you. Like that's not like nah. You want to do it with your own hands. So that's just the way I would look at it. And I think that's what it is for Gustang, you know. And I think that's pretty clear too with him telling V like I'll add you to my hit list too. Like I don't know, and like a bit of that it was funny, like kind of clown behavior because it's just like okay, Gusting, you haven't had the exactly best showing. Like I have admitted that a few times that Gusting has not had the best showing. But like you telling V like, okay, I'm gonna add you to my list is kind of crazy. Like, all right, bro, like, you talking, you just talking. So, but yeah, he seems surprised that Bond was able to learn his technique, and that seems to be a prerequisite for making it easier for him to use techniques based on how he said that. Lusnak has definitely had the best showing in season 3 from the moment he sparred with Urek till now. He's just been exceptional. Yes, like it's unanimous. Like Lusnak is the biggest, probably one of the biggest W's of this season. It's not even it's not debatable. Um, Gustain confirming V's death to me means I think you're right. Um, if they didn't jump him, then he was a part of the plot to the end. Um, and for all and all those notes that he said that this excuse me he said that this guy died, not that the guy killed himself. The guy died. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I don't think he's alive. Like people really want him to be alive. I don't think he's alive. But I will say him not speaking this entire chapter is a little weird. I will. That's the one thing that has me side eyeing Trauma bit. He did not speak the entire chapter. It's like he wasn't dead. Like he wasn't dead. But he did get fucked up, and him not talking looks weird. Like, cause it when looking at Traumery this chapter not speak the entire chapter reminded me of when Enkidu murdered Amwes. It's like that same thing where Traumery didn't talk. He didn't talk. He just stood there. And then we get Enkidu saying like, "Well, I was being controlled." That's what it looked like. So that's why I'm like, I hope it wasn't that. But like him not saying or reacting to anything looks fucking terrible. It does look bad. I hate that V walks off with such a badass moment and Traumery's alive. Like it's just come on. But yeah. So this could be just phrasing, but somehow I don't think so. I still think that V signed the immortality contract, but now I wonder if he did a different time than the others and maybe even concealed it from them. Okay. Um, I don't think Arlen is Arc Young. Okay. Okay. I ain't got no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But okay, that would be kind of crazy. But all right. Now that's why she's sleeping. That's why she's helping Rachel against V. This is just a theory for me personally. It makes okay. 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 I don't know about that, but okay. I'm glad we got to see this side of V though. It just shows that he and Arlen may not be squeaky clean tragic victims we thought they were, and Zahara may not have been as bad as we thought we was. Now this part of it I don't agree. I don't know where people are running with that narrative. Like that part of it I don't agree. I think it's like I said, I've always thought the idea of Arlen and V not being squeaky clean is fun. It creates a bit of mystery between like the beef between him and Zahar. It creates a bit of like no non-pureness. Like people love the non-pureness aspect of like somebody who seems pure not being pure. People love that type shit. But if we look at the facts, V and Arlen have absolutely every single reason to hate the fuck out of Zahar and crew. They absolutely have the reason to. Like they have every reason. Death of their son. Obviously the Grace faction was no longer a faction. Like that faction probably turned into Thug, but a lot of them probably died during the war. Locking off the tower, making your friends betray you, like manipulating the story, making V seem like he's the guy who killed Amweez. Like they have legit reasons, like for wanting them dead. So I don't, and that could twist you. Like it could twist you. Like there's like it's more realistic that you do become twisted than like becoming a stand-up person the entire time. Like legit sometimes you gotta play dirty to be a dirty person. Like they could have been squeaky clean people and became dirty. Like that happens. Like you may seem like the cleanest basketball players play clean until somebody dirty does something dirty. It's like, okay, you want to throw elbows? I'm gonna throw elbows too. Like, what are we talking about? Like, that's like you. Sometimes you gotta get in the mud too. So I'm willing more to believe that right now more than anything else. Like they were just willing to like play their game, you know. So um, we could we could get in the next chapters of family members getting hunted down in the streets. Who like Lobopia or Pobidao. If Traum is dead, it's funny because Leviathan got his revenge without even using his power or facing him. Yo, damn. I guess that's a. But is that true? Is that true though? Did V use Leviathan Shinsu? Like, isn't that what he was using? Is that true? I don't know. I don't know if that's true. He might have been using Leviathan shit. He might have been using Leviathan. Isn't Leviathan shit the same color? That looked like it was Leviathan shit. They may have got cool. Like I don't know about that. I don't know about like he. I think that works out. Leviathan may fuck with V more than he fucks with Bomb. To be honest, like to be 100 with you, Leviathan may fuck with V way more than he fucks with Bomb. Oh, Leviathan. If Traumary's dead, that means Leviathan stays. I forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? Because we talked about this months ago where we thought like ways of Bomb like defeating Traumary. If he ever got into a fight with him, like he would use Leviathan like against him. They would kind of come together type shit. If Traumary's dead, Leviathan is bombs now. Like he's legit bombs now. I forgot about that. And he never got to collect the water dragons, which if maybe Traumary's not dead, bro. The water dragon narrative has never been filled. Him wanting to collect the water dragons to be powerful has never been filled. Like, was that all just useless shit? Because if we don't get anything behind it, then that was just useless shit. Like, his Bomb never even tried to collect the water dragons. He never even tried to do that. I hope that isn't just like some bullshit that like never got used. Kind of like it's because right now it's kind of sounding like the three wishes thing, It sounded like just some shit in the background that's never going to get brought up again. Like, I hope it's not that. The chapter was a solid 9. Although I'm mad we didn't get any Rachel reactions. POV. Yeah, everybody was looking forward to Rachel shit, yo. Everybody was looking forward to Rachel reacting to CMV. But we got nothing. I hope it happens this chapter. If Bomb does learn to use V's arsenal and regains control, the next time we see Bomb, maybe as high ranker, people are also going to have to deal with the fact that we might not see Bomb again for a long time. I don't think we will. I don't think we will. Um, for all we know, V could also yoink the souls to restore his powers faster. Okay. Back when he took over Bomb, unless Water Dragons are Trom's extra lives. If Trom is dead, that's super lame. Yeah, the Water Dragon narrative hasn't been filled. Um, Leviathan's reaction is important too. To seeing Trom Ray die. There's some loose end shit that we gotta. Fuck, I didn't think about all this. Okay. Well, yeah, good shit, Loki. Definitely got me, reminded me of a few things. Um, oh, Ghoul says, in Loki's comment, Bomb is already on the level of high ranker though, and Bomb was prepared for V. What do you mean prepared for V? And that's why Fug taught Bomb specific moves that seemed to cater to V's moveset. That much was even said in this chapter, but I absolutely agree with. I like seeing V being confirmed as a Great Warrior V and seeing him currently in a gray zone. I believe the war he's had with Jihad is what has made him so different compared to all the flashbacks we gotten of the kind trusting V that was with the group. Yeah, like I said, he could have been molded. He could have been forced that way. So yeah, I agree with you. No, Bomb is inconsistent in his power, and he has no consistent, not has not consistently been at high ranker level. I disagree with that. But when I say that, I mean high ranker level. Let me clarify what I mean. Okay, without borrowing power from it. Okay, okay. Outside factors. Okay. I can see that. Okay. Um, maybe he's a good guy pushed into the door and a horrible thing that changed him. Okay, I agree with you, but he wasn't. He hasn't been consistently high ranker level. But I mean, even as an outlier, dude found out the weakness of Dumas and beat him, who was manhandling him, his own teacher, Hajin Song. And the fact that he can endlessly manipulate and redirect, recharge his own Shinsu due to the rings he creates that he learned from Hajin Song, which he ultimately used in a crazy height way against White. He's a beast when it comes down to it, but in the same way he has those upper tier outliers. He also has moments when he looks mediocre against much weaker individuals. Yeah, okay. Some of the low P people. He looks like a typical regular. The moments of inconsistency are definitely there. At the end of the day, he's still an irregular, which left my ass off. I guess doesn't mean shit with since Rachel is somehow an irregular too. But I guess that goes back into the protagonist point from before. And I agree that V was a good character, although it associated with the workshop muddies the water a bit. But as I mentioned above, the war probably changed him drastically due to the fights on his fans. Okay, but also not relying on powers from others. That kind of slippery slope. Okay, I get the gist of what he's saying. True enough, I think that the jump level or level he can jump to will probably family his second in command next time we see him. If not, yeah, because he's still not. He wasn't Dumas level still, but yeah. Okay. You haven't read my comment completely. I thought I did, but oh, I didn't read the whole thing. I'll come back to it because I already started on these. Sorry. Um, what bullshit? The concept of getting the other two dragons was given to you insight to Trom separating his powers and others gaining it. Hence, I said ROD will get the power of someone else. I mean, I guess. That seems to be a trend. Like, see you like bringing up plot lines and like dropping them. I think he's creative too, but my man needs to reel in something. It's not necessary that the bomb gets the other two. Well, we never saw bomb say he was gonna get the dragons. We right, but then the point of bringing it up is pointless. Like that's what I'm saying. The point of bringing it up is pointless. You guys pretend to know the meaning of plot line. The plot line is trauma separated power and memories. He regained it, and we see him powerful in the plot. Never did you see Bob make any efforts to get the other dragons. I mean, yeah, that's true, but again, the idea is that the idea is that if the idea before we got the way things worked out, a lot of people did think that Bond would attempt or try to collect the water dragons. Of course, he never said that. You can easily say that, but that was always the assumption. And are people wrong to assume that? Absolutely not. There's no problem with assuming that one of the key powers in you asked you to get more power to help you defeat Traumery. Like, there's nothing wrong with assuming that would happen just because the character didn't say it. Like, that's obvious. You could say that, but there's no reason for that to be mentioned, because if you're planting that seed that for it to be mentioned, then you would assume that it's a possibility it would happen. Like, it's not crazy to say that. Like, let's not act like that's crazy to say that. Um, all right, moving on. Yeah, I'm done with Loki. I think I finished Loki's comment, right? Okay, no, you got two of them up here. Okay, okay, moving on. So now the question now is, so the now question now, this is oh, wait. I read that. Okay, it got. This is just a loading thing. Okay, let me reload this. I must say I read that shit. Okay. All right. I think after V and her child's death, Arlen went insane and used some powerful spells, plus the help of the outside. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the Morning Star. Plus the help of the outside god, plants V's soul inside bomb. Something went wrong. This isn't the old V; it's the one modified solely for revenge. I don't know if it's modified. I think this is what V turned into. To be honest, like, again, V went through a lot of shit, so I think this is. I think it's what would happen. I think he turned into this. Again, Arlen kind of went crazy. V's. It sounds like V got jumped into a fight or some shit. Right? Like, obviously, we talked about this in the stream the other day. I mean, not the stream, but in the chat and shit. That obviously, I asked that question last week. That V didn't die the way it was claimed that he died, meaning that he kind of left and like committed suicide. If he Gustang said he confirmed his death, confirmed his body, it sounded like V got jumped type shit. We don't know, but it sounded like that. So there are some truths that are incorrect. But I don't I don't think that something went wrong in the process. Like, I think this was the plan. The way less like the way not less like, but the way V is reacting, like, this was like what was supposed to happen. Um, After a while, she regrets her decision, which is why she came to view Bomb as a monster. Uh, she may have just grown disdain for like the monster that she created. I don't know if she regrets the decision, because I think Arlen um probably wants her revenge just as much. I would it would, to me, it would make more sense for Arlen wanting her revenge just as much than regretting like creating a monster. But and then Amber says, I can see that. It would also explain why Rachel did not want Bomb to go into the tower. I guess so. I mean, that's a different way to look at it, but I don't think so. What are the comments talking about? This ain't One Piece where the setup is the obvious conclusion. Everybody can assume things, but being mad when you're assumed does not happen. Does not mean that a plot line is stupid. Wait, but being mad when you're and I don't think anybody's mad. Does not happen. Does not mean that a plot line is stupid. Um, I mean, if it turns out that it doesn't work out, then yeah, it would be stupid. If nothing happens with the water dragons the same way nothing has happened with the three wishes, then yeah, it could be right now. It can be considered stupid, or at the very least useless to know right now. So, you plant seeds and sometimes it grows into something else. Yes, I understand that, but right now it looks silly. So, never heard of subverting in storytelling. Yes, but again, I tell you this all the time, Gil. Everybody isn't looking 2 to 3 or a year ahead. This is a week to week manga. You only go by what you look back by the weeks. So most people are going to assume what's going to happen in the next week or within the same arc. If this seed eventually comes to sprout 3 or 2 arcs from now, cool. But right now we cannot see where it's headed. So yes, if it works out, cool. Nobody, like, I don't know why you assume that people have a problem with being wrong about plot lines. Like no, like it does. Nobody cares. You could be absolutely wrong. Like nobody cares. But right now, we don't see it. So, and like you can attempt to explain it in a way that makes sense to you. You can, of course, you can attempt to do that, but right now, don't see it. And that's it. So if we assume about V is not what you think, is it a wasted plot line? Exactly. What if we assumed about V is not what you think? Is it a wasted plot line? No, it never said that. The Three Wishes plot line is not over until it cannot compare is a plot line that hasn't happened. Right, but that's the problem. I don't think you understand. That's one of the biggest problems with Tower of God. Why a lot of people don't want to read it. You can't keep creating a bunch of shit and never explain it. That's why so many people have dropped the series. That's why it's called the Tower of Plots, because it's a bunch of shit that people don't remember or have to remember that was told to you years ago. Sorry, like that's there's nothing wrong with having problems with that. There's nothing wrong with that, especially when there's so many of them. There's so many of them. Nobody has to have a problem with that. Like it's okay to have problems with that. Not everybody is going to have the patience to wait for something that was said 2 years ago or 4 or 5 years ago to finally give, like people don't care that much. You use the word wasted plot line. The plot line happened. I'm not attempting anything. It's basic stuff. See, see, I can count on four hands how many plots that were built up to not be used. Well, everybody can. Like it's not even up for debate. Like we know this for a fact. Tower of God is unanimously known for this. Maria the Coon plot still hasn't been resolved. We still don't know who we right. And this is but and you're assuming that people want to or care to wait 4 or 5 years to get these things explained. They don't. They don't. They don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Like sorry, people don't give a fuck. They don't. So if the V stuff is not what you assume is wasted, V is a main character in the main story. People are going to care about that. That's different. But we're talking about loose shit. Three Wishes is loose shit. These water dragons is loose shit. V is a main character who's unknown, who's very important to the main character. That's different. We're talking about Lucy's. There's a bunch of Lucy's running around, okay? People don't give a fuck about the Lucy's. They don't. They just don't. Like you're gonna find it very difficult for people who read shit week to week to care 2 years from now about Three Wishes that was mentioned 2 years ago. Like it's 2 3 years ago. You're gonna find it hard that somebody next year 2025 2026 that it finally gets brought up that people are gonna care. Oh, we're finally using the Three Wishes. You're gonna find it hard for people to care about that shit. Like you are. Especially like it's just not necessarily a main character thing. So man, you're conflating a generation of ADH niggas and merging it with plot lines. No, 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 no. You assume that people have patience when reading a story to care about shit that was mentioned to them 3 or 4 years ago. What is one of the biggest problems people have with Tower of God? Remembering shit. People forget a bunch of shit that has happened that comes to be relevant now. Sometimes it works out to the favor that it's cool. Sometimes, but a lot of times it doesn't. People don't give a. They just don't give a fuck. Like they just don't. Like what are we talking about? Like yo, you want people to care about every single thing that's mentioned every single time. This is why I told you I don't give a fuck about the rack power up. Nobody like literally nobody gives a fuck about the rack power up. Like it's too late. It's too little, too late. Rack's power up took what 7 years? Rack's power up took 7 years. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Like nobody cared. It was like okay, it happened, cool, no, but nobody gave a fuck. Like it wasn't like this massive thing where I'm like, oh my god, Rack Power got his power up. No, it's 7 years too late. Nobody gives a shit. Like that's what happens. Nobody gives a fuck. Sorry, it just doesn't work out that way. Calling people ADHD for not caring about shit that happened years ago is an insane take. Like that's like that's what we call reader elitism. Like that's what we call elitism. Like you, oh, I'm a better reader, or I have more patience than these people, so I because I understand that this is going to get used years from now. No, people just don't give a fuck. Like people just don't care. Like it's crazy. Like people just don't give a fuck. Like what? Like sorry, you gotta make people care about this shit. Like people just don't give a fuck. Um, heck, we don't even know where the Tower of God is, or are we different planet? Like no, like I don't know. It's not even an argument. Like people just don't give a shit. Like that. This has got the three ration complaint is different to the dragon combo. The dragon combo is relevant right now because of where we are and who the main character it's about. Like that's why it's relevant. But I'm I'm saying I said in the stream I hope it doesn't become that. I hope the dragons doesn't become a thing later on in the series. Like I don't see how it could, but I hope it doesn't just become this thing that was mentioned and never gets used. And if it gets used, if it doesn't get used by the and if Trom's dead and it doesn't get used, then it's pointless. Now, what you said, you gave an explanation of what you think of how might get used. If that happens, fine. I said I hope it doesn't become a three wishes thing. So I don't want there to be more bullshit out there that never gets answered for. Jay, if this is mama goes for another 10 years, I'm gonna probably consider it a failure. I mean, yeah, I would probably agree with you. The plot line of the dragons standing into this arc. Stop ducking the combo. No, we're not. But it's okay. I know who I'm talking to. So all 13 of us percenters, I personally think they did some shit before the beef started, and encouraged Arlen and V's action could also have noble in their eyes. All right. We got so many unanswered questions, but all right. Gonna move on. Okay, so I read that one. Thank you, Borzy, my boy Borzy. I have to say, if Tromri is dead, it's okay for me. If Siu really kills all the family heads, there are nine more, plus a heart. If he starts to give everyone a big ass deep death, it will become nothing special at some point. And that's what we talking about right now. Like that's kind of what we talking about right now. Like we still have so many family heads, so many families to get like to meet and understand, and they all cannot have these super duper intricate deep dive in backgrounds. Like if we do it the way we've been doing, it, motherfucker, we go. I'm gonna be goddamn 45 by the time this shit end. I'm 31. I'm gonna be 45 by the time this shit end. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm willing to give that much of a commitment. Like I'm just not. Like at some point shit gotta end, right? Um, if he starts to give everyone blah, 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 I read that. Okay. I would like that he kills the randoms. Family hits like two Perry, Ari, and then it's not that deep way, so the others hit even harder. I agree. I actually think that's pretty good. If two Perry just got packed up and like he gets mentioned in a few ways, and like obviously you tie his story in a little bit but not nearly as deep as like a Traumaries, then yeah, okay, like there's got to be some I guess we can call them fodder. Like there's got to be some fodder family heads in there, right? I don't think people want that though. People are like I will say one of the biggest the allure of Tower of God is the family heads. Like not the entire allure, but one of the biggest things that people care about in the entire series is the family hits. Like people are very interested in their characters, their reveals, how they look, how they fight. That is like one of the biggest things. So you can't necessarily treat it like they're fodder. You do have to give some, especially when it comes to like their family. Like people are interested to see who their number ones are, who their number twos are, what the structures are, what rank they are amongst the other family hits. Like people really do give a fuck about that shit. So you can't necessarily foderize them too much, but in terms of like the plot and the story, every single one of the family heads cannot be like intricate in the main story. Like they just can't be. They just can't be. You're gonna drag the fuck out of this story if you do that. They just can't be. But we'll see. I also like how Sue made none look back. Gusting and Trauma were worn like Gusting is canceling missing arm. Out from their battle, so Trom got a surprise attack. Bomb still one shot at Trom and started some pretty impressive attacks. Urek is still in another league than them, and we know that Prime V couldn't get a guaranteed win, which also indicates that V was the strongest warrior besides Jihad, and Lusek was able to stall Urek. Is that what that means? I guess so. I guess so. Okay. I think we will get some new info from Graham and V or Leslie. This is something I would have guessed anytime. I love how now everything Fug did to Bomb and Graham said the Bomb totally makes sense. I mean some of it does, not everything, but yeah. Who wouldn't be fucked up after finding out his whole purpose is to share a body with his dad and go on a path of blood to destroy the strongest beings in the tower? I hope C uses this to give Bomb some character development. Yeah, and that's why I did like Daniel's comment that this would be a time of self reflection for Bomb, like his body's being taken over. It would be a good time to like really like go into deep dive and shit of the shit inside of him. Um, and the point that Gustang targets V2, we have to keep in mind that in Gustang's book was written, the 13 of us are sinners, what includes V and Arlen. And V stated that Gustang would always do what he thinks is right. So I can totally understand his point of killing V2. I can understand it's confusing, but in my opinion, it's no way out of character. No, that's right. That's right. That's the perfect way to put it. I agree with you. Um, Chat, watch Order dodge and make the point about waiting for plot lines to conclude when I told him that saying the plot line of the dragons is ended. I'm just not about the. I'm just not about to even entertain this. My argument is it already has been used. Okay, okay, go. Um, it gets used later by someone else, and fine. You said because Bomb didn't use it, it was a waste of time. I said it was a waste of time because it got mentioned and it's never gonna get used. In which you replied saying that Bomb never said he was gonna use them. Oh, then okay, fine. But mentioning that Leviathan needs to collect the three water dragons has always been in the back of people's minds as a thing that could possibly happen. There's nothing wrong with that because it was emphasized on. But okay, it's not a big deal. It's whatever. It really is whatever. Um. Anyway, Kubo will start Bleach Hell arc soon. What's your point? It's not every anime or manga. It can be One Piece. My point of ordering is poses are waffling when Tog started in 2010. There are plot lines that have been dragging longer than Tog existed. Three Dragons got nothing to do with any of these points. Okay, I mean you clearly don't understand what I'm saying, and it's fine. That's normal for you. I understand. That's completely normal for you. Oh man, because now we're basically gonna pretend like the water dragons wasn't important. It wasn't an important thing throughout the arc. Like that's it hasn't been mentioned. Like okay, but the one thing to get out of it is that yeah, Bomb never said he was gonna use it. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, all right. MS says mark the part of V killing Arlen. Brother man, I thought I had wild theories, but you went there too hard. What did I say? I said that. I must have said that in the review. I think I do remember that. Okay. Brother man, the Baza theory still could be a thing. Stop it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, MS. Don't. Did I not kill Baza on theory 2 weeks ago or a week ago? Baza is dead. Stop bringing that shit up. That shit's over. Okay. Zenu was cooked. All right. Zenu is in purgatory for a little while, bro. It's over. Stop it. Um. Stop this Baza shit. I don't want to hear about Baza again. Revenge for the Arlen could be because he got jumped and killed later and was fabricated in the hope that she will come back to the hard side. Right. People did mention that last week when I asked what the letter was. People were saying that the letter could have been a manipulation to Arlen that the family has jumped V, killed V. He sent Arlen. Zahar sent Arlen a letter to let her know that V walked away so that she can go back to her friends. I think that's good. I think that's a good way to put that. I don't disagree with you guys. Um, Now into Baza Park, Bomb could be a grape child of Arlen and Zahar. No, stop it. Stop that shit. I've already said this. Stop this shit. Stop this shit, bro. Ignoring Baza Park, what if Arlen will also need to have hosts? What if her host either gonna be Rachel? Okay, so yeah, I've been seeing this pop up constantly over the past couple weeks. The Arlen is a Rachel is Arlen's host thing. I just don't think so. I'm sorry, I just don't think so. I just don't think so. I just don't think so. There's no reason for me to believe that. Like I think it would be extremely it would be extremely psychotic for Rachel to worship Arlen the way she does and then have her soul inside of Rachel. Like that's just really fucking psychotic. Um Now it could be a situation whether she knows it or not, but no, we haven't seen any power or anything related to Rachel. So Rachel all of a sudden having Arlen spirit in her would just be fucking weird as shit. Like no, I can't go for that. Like there had to be some evidence behind that to show that. At least like dating back to like when like if you just start showing parts of that just because like V finally got revealed, it would be fucking weird. Like it'd be really weird for the story for you to just start showing it all of a sudden. Arlen could be as Arlen could be dead as a trade of bomb B chance of coming back in the tower for revenge. I did say that myself that was a possibility. Probably outside guy asked her to be a part of the deal to switch her to give her immortality. Ooh, okay. Giving away her immortality to bring them back. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. That'd be interesting. Okay, MS. What we talking about? I expect we're gonna get more hidden villains after Family hits. If CU will decide to go further with Tog after Sahar, I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't. I always take it as he's not that he got jumped by everyone. More like Gusting is a doctor and he did an autopsy and that's how he confirmed V's death. I find that to be interesting, right? Because a long time people suspected that Ark Young's body was V's old body. So if what you're saying is correct, Sleepy, like if Gustin confirmed V's death by seeing his body, then he would have a reaction to seeing Ark Young, right? Like that makes sense, right? Um, Assuming that Ark Young is V's dead body, but we don't actually know that. But I'm saying there would be something there, right? Mark that V killed Arlen. I still got my Raza theory. Oh, cause get the fuck on. You don't understand what I'm saying, but the day we in call, I'll be in Discord waiting. All right, no problem. It's more of a thing in the future, not now, Mark. Okay. Um, I got you. I got you, Vince. Um, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Y'all see who it is. Y'all see who it is. I ain't gonna lie. Zenu has been so cooked since Baza. I don't know if y'all been in the Discord. And, Zenu, I love you, but Zenu has been all over the fucking place in the Discord the last 2 weeks. Like, man's has his stance has been so cooked ever since Baza is like looking like it's not true. He's been all over the place, and it's been entertaining to see what way he leans. So I feel like we're gonna get it back. We're gonna get a bit of that here. So let's see where Zenu is landing because I actually have no idea where Zenu is landing. Um, I still think Zahar killed V, and Gusting and perhaps some of the others were there to see it happen. If not, he at least went to confirm V's death since he's the historian. It's his job to record events. Okay, that makes sense. And then fabricate history for the Zahar Empire. V's SI note is still very, very strange because it contradicts everything happening. He told Arlen to go back to companions, but there clearly wasn't a plan because V is here and knows the plan. I think it's safe to say that whether the information Garam read from the Arlen's dialogue shouldn't be trusted, or at least the validity should be in doubt. We still don't even know how any came across Arlen's pocket to begin with, or Graham was being more deceptive in what she was telling Bob. However, something that should be noted is that Gustings was keeping watch over Graham, likely read Arlen's pocket. After all, the pocket is what caused his daughter to become anti-Sahara, so I find it extremely hard to believe Gusting wouldn't read it, or at the least ask Graham about it. If not, that makes Gusting really stupid in my opinion. So do we think Gusting read Arlen's pocket? I think so. I think so. My point being that since Gusting didn't know that V was inside a bomb, oh, well, guess, I guess not. If Gusting didn't know V was inside a bomb, Garan most likely didn't know. We know that she was keeping stuff hidden, but so okay. There's a part of the conversation after Bomb and Garam talk where Garam says that she can't tell Bomb some of the other stuff because it's so gruesome and hardcore. I always since we've learned that V was inside a bomb, I've thought that that was what she was talking about. Like she couldn't tell Bomb to his face, like, "Hey, your father's soul is inside of you." Like that's kind of cruel to tell somebody. So I thought that's what she said when she was said it. To double down on why I think that, Urek tells Bomb, "Hey, no matter what you hear, stay true to you, stay yourself." So to me, it sounds like Urek said that, right? Like he said, we could bring that up when he said that. To me, that sounds like Urek knows that there's something inside a bomb, that there's another soul inside a bomb. Now that doesn't mean that Urek knows that it's V, because obviously he didn't know what the fuck V was. He didn't react to V. He knew that that wasn't V. That wasn't bomb, but he didn't necessarily know it was V either. But I'm saying that to say, bomb. It seems like that could be true. I'm not sure though. Obviously, I don't think we're not sure, but okay. What are we gonna talk about? The only thing about Sleepy is how did he get to the Grace people? Oh, y'all having a conversation. When you try to have that Discord call order, maybe we can do it on Sunday when the chapter drops. Maybe after the translations drop, we can probably do it then if it's a good enough chapter to hop in Discord for. But I'm not one of those people, Kill, and you should already know I'm not hopping in Discord to argue. I just don't have the patience or time for that. Um, and not saying that we're gonna argue but it's a debate bait, right? So, um, we need to get together for more than just that. That's what I'm saying. So if the chapter is good enough, then yeah, we can hop in a Discord call. Um, like this week's chapter was good enough to hop into a Discord call, but I wasn't around to do that this week. So, finally get to catch a screen. What's up, Hazy? We need to do some mental gymnastics, but it's worth it. Trolling Mark with Baza theories is a new Rickroll. Stop it. Don't do that. Yo, what's up, Zenu? I'm getting to your comment now. I think Urek was trying saying the more of the fact that people want him to do things, but he doesn't change himself because of it. My problem with that statement is only because we've seen people like even in Dorsey say bomb is bomb. Like bomb is bomb, right? Like that was a big thing, like bomb is bomb. Like no matter what, bomb is bomb. So like those hints of like something being wrong have been there. All right, let me move on with the news comment. Something I started to speculate and theorize before the chapter came out is that since Bomb is V's vessel, that means that Bomb's powers come from V. Bomb's water Shinsu quality, black Shinsu tension orb, Shinsu or Shinwa Ryu all come from V. V being inside a bomb. Y'all don't think that water Shinsu is also a part of Leviathan? Like, y'all don't think that was like V also using like Leviathan's power? Y'all think that was just V? Just curious. This was basically confirmed this chapter. Fug prepared Bomb so V can adjust to it easier. Now, when Bomb drew the line during Hidden Floor, that's when Bomb's power started to increase exponentially. Bomb broke cracked V's seal, and Bomb has been tapping into V's power since. Bomb wasn't getting stronger; he was cheating with V's power. I don't know if that's a fair assessment. I don't know if that's a fair assessment. I don't know because I'm not trying to separate their powers. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to separate V and Bomb. I'm trying to make them more into a cohesive thing, right? Um that's why we saw his fights against Caliban and White. Bomb was using V's power. And never he was using a Smurf account, never realized it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm trying to separate it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm trying to separate it. Like I'm still counting that like if we're using the idea that bomb was meant to be a vessel to be used, and that's bomb's power too. Like it's just okay. Gustang's book in chapter 595 said that all 13 of them are sinners, so it makes sense why Gustang would go, excuse me, after V. V is no saint at all, and whatever sin he committed is enough to put him on Gustang's hit list. I mean, I thought we established that. Well, for one, um, the reason why Gustang doesn't like V is because of the job he forced on him. He's the reason why Gustang's life went to hell. Also, if we're talking about a sin that V committed, well, the sin could have been like he basically he spreaded power across the tower, which also could have corrupted everybody in doing so, which would be a sin. Um, I would say that V had good intentions when he did that, though. Like now, obviously, more can be revealed about what V did later on, but I would say that like if that's the sin that Gustang's talking about, then I don't think it was met. It wasn't done in malice. So I don't know if you should hold him accountable for that. But that's just my only example before until we get more. Because I don't. Everybody wants to villainize V so much, and I just don't think V's a villain. I just don't. Like, bro has had everything in the world done to him. So again, it's a different thing when you're playing dirty to get back at dirty people, but I don't know if that makes him a villain. Like, I don't know if that makes him like necessarily like he could be considered a sinner, but it's like Gustang, like pot calling the kettle black. Like bro, like y'all started this bullshit, and in order for me to get on y'all level of the bullshit y'all doing, I gotta do the same shit y'all doing. Now, do I think that these taking souls of people that died and using them to like get stronger and shit? I don't think they were doing shit like that. I don't think the Grace side was doing shit like that. Um, like it's hard for me to believe that the Grace side was doing shit like that because from what we know about V and what like Eduan talks about V. He was never like really against the people. Like Zahar's the one who like don't respect the people, who sees people as bugs, who want to be the king of the people. Like V could have been the heroic, like not heroic, but the really nice guy, and his character that we've had flashbacks on kind of reflects that. Now, what he turns into later after they start beefing is different. That's what I'm saying. Like when you know, like to me, Zahard and the family heads probably necessarily couldn't defeat V and Arlen's Grace faction without playing dirty. They couldn't like probably take them in a straight up fight. Like obviously the numbers are against the Grace people, but to me, and it makes more sense that like they would play dirty to win. For example, we already seen it. Tromri blamed V for Anweeze's death. That's playing dirty. That's playing dirty. Like that's manipulating your friends to believe that V is trying to kill us. Like that's playing dirty. Like that's like there's no other way to put it. Um. So and then like we still don't know who that person who infiltrated Trauma Ray's lab was. Whether that's Arlen, whether that's Icarus, whether whoever that person was, they're already tapped in to know what like Zahar's side is doing. They're doing dirty shit in here. They have a laboratory of experimenting on people and shit. So, yeah, I literally think like they just had enough. Like V and Arlen and their faction just had enough of playing good side, and that's how Fug kind of got created. It was kind of like, oh, they did so much dirty shit to us that okay, now I'm gonna create my own faction, like because and this is kind of where I was getting at, where I said V might have packed Arlen out or used her to like exact his revenge because Arlen went insane with the amount of dirty shit that was done to her, including her son being killed. Is that V said, "Fuck it, I'm playing dirty now. Fuck it, like I don't care. Preserve my son's body. I'm going to get inside his body. I'm going to build this body. We're going to build this body in a dirty faction that's going to look like a dirty faction because the hard people looks clean. We're going to build this dirty faction up. I'm going to play just as dirty as he is, but in a much like in a way where like they won't even discover that we exist. They want to erase me from the tower and erase our existence from the tower. We'll play into that and let them do that shit because it's going to work out for us later. And it did, and it is right now. So that's kind of where I'm headed to why shit makes sense right now. I don't think that V and Arlen are evil people. I'm sorry. I just think it's like it's like getting done dirty, then started to play dirty yourself. Um, you know, and I also think that the fact that they're like revenge has been the number one word. Like revenge. Like revenge is the word. It's not about anything else. It's not about opening up the tower again. It's not about anything else. Like people who were being murdered. It's about getting revenge for Arlen. Is what V said. It's about revenge. So yeah, I truly think it's just that. It's just that. Like like nah, y'all did us dirty. I'm getting y'all the fuck back. I'm murdering y'all. I don't care about this tower no more. I don't care about opening this shit up. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about these people because they're obviously using people. We won't care about people no more. Y'all did us dirty. We getting y'all back. We getting our fucking lick back. And that's I ain't gonna lie. That's some of the Gest shit ever. Like getting your lick back in this way is some of the Gest shit I've ever seen. Like no matter how dirty it is, like nah, motherfucker. Like all right, like this is how we gotta do things. So, um, all right, just continuing. Don't know where I left off at. He's only referred to Bomb as a child, and it in this chapter he said that avenging Arling is their only wish. If V's wish, but it's V's wish, but not Bomb's. Bomb wants freedom for himself and his friends. It also seems like he doesn't want to kill the family he has, and he has his own motivations. But V is superimposing what he wants, regardless of Bomb. Whatever scheme Arlen, V, Lustek, and Fug cooked up here is absolutely diabolical. V is an evil bastard. Again, I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair. I think he's a victim of. I think like V and Arlen are absolute victims of circumstance more than anybody else is in the tower. Um, like legit, like we legit saw Trombery manipulate the friend group to believe that V killed Anne Wees, bro. Like we legit saw that. How is he an evil bastard when that's what's happening to him? When they're literally getting their friends to betray him. Like no, I'm sorry, I can't call him evil for that. That's just not that's we saw it happen in real time. They could be victims, but it doesn't excuse their actions. I'm not excusing their actions, but evil is different. Like evil is different. Like I wouldn't call him evil. Did they like again? Like they're only reacting to what's been done to them. Now they've done Bomb as an innocent child forced to interact with their will, but Bomb got packed up too. That's the thing. Bomb doesn't know what happened to himself. Like V's argument literally legit can be, if I show you the memories of what happened to you, you wouldn't feel this way. Like imagine a scenario in this flashback. I mean, not a flashback. While V is alive, and like let's say him and Bomb can talk inside of Bomb's body or whatever, that V shows Bomb what happened. Like, here's what's happened. Here's why your parents died. Here's how the family here has treated us. And and if it turns out that it's some really sinister shit, and Bomb chooses to forgive them and still not want to pack them out, I'm sorry. I'm siding with V. Like, I gotta side with V there. Like, bro, your mom literally went insane because you died. Like, what the fuck are you saying? Like if I'm V, you can't talk to me. Like, legit, you cannot talk to me, bro. I watched your mom die, like go insane from you being killed. You cannot talk to me about shit. Okay? Bro, you can't talk to me about shit. I get that that's kind of evil, but what I'm saying is you guys want to make them the villain. Like, okay, you want to call it evil, fine, but you cannot make V and Arlen the villain here. And that I won't allow to happen because there's overwhelming evidence that the other side is absolutely the villain side right now. But there's this thing in the Tower of God community where you guys, a lot of you, and Zeno, you are absolutely included, that you want Arlen and V to be bad people really, really badly. Like, you want them to be evil people really, really badly. Like, and I think it's more than just a story. You just like, I think people would find it way more entertaining that they are bad people. No, I don't think that it's at all. The circumstances that we know about everything that's happened so far points in the opposite direction. Now, if they started playing dirt, like I said, if they started playing dirty later, then yeah, I get that. But right now, no, like no, there's no reason for me to believe that. Zahar didn't have any of his children murdered. Okay, he didn't have his friends betray him. Like none of that shit happened to him. Like you didn't have his history deleted from the books and that he never existed. Like, no, he did all that shit. Like, come on. Like, there's no way I'm making them out to be evil, bro. No, come on. Come on. Like, Jihad killed a baby, but we excusing that, and we're gonna call them we're gonna call them the villains. Like, no, get the hell on with that. No. V is using a child for warfare. If I put an AK-47 in my son's hand and say, go to get your revenge for me, that's evil. Again, if they stoop down to evil levels to react to what happened to them, then okay. But I'm not going to call them villains for that. Like, legit, Loki, what you're saying is legit something that happens every day in real life. That's something that happens in real life. People take on their parents' responsibilities and their parents' beefs and revenges. That happens in real life warfare. Um, is that right? No. And from a moral perspective, is that right? No. Like for your morals, no. But the way I see V looking at it, bro, they did this, and this to your family, and your mom, they did this, and this to your mom. You should want to get revenge. You should want to get revenge. You should want to get revenge, okay? He's telling him, you should want to get revenge. This is what I made you for. You should want to get revenge. And I don't disagree with that. I don't necessarily disagree with that point. Like you should want to get revenge for what happened to your family. But it is what it is. More of that should have come up. Still, Sahara side is winning on war crimes. Like yeah, if we're given a percentage about like evilness, like it's gonna be like 70-30 to me. Like I'm sorry, it is like the people who control the tower are obviously the people who are winning. Like they're obviously the people who have done more dastardly shit. Like they're the ones that's winning. They're the ones that's controlling everything. So of course they have to be the more dastardly power. Arlen and V are trauma dumping on Bomb. Hey, that's a fact. They absolutely are. They absolutely positively fucking are. And that part of it ain't right. But at the same time, like, yo, we don't know what they went through to feel that way. We don't have the intricate details on what happened. Like, if y'all saying like the popular narrative that you guys like to say is that a grape happened. If a grape happened, bro, not only did you do that, but you murked my son. Like, bro, what is V supposed to do? Like, y'all, you want V to stand on a moral high ground and just be cool with that shit? Like, no, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like, we gotta get dirty now. Like, nah. Let me stop though. All right, let me get back to the news comment. V returned wrecked. V returned and wrecked Gusting and Bellier's plan. Traumary's status is unknown, and the Great Game most likely won't take place. That and in of itself isn't the issue, but CU has a history of setting stuff like this up only to not do it. K9 2 Festival, Bombs Marriage, Tournament. True, 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 true. Okay, I see where you're going. We spent 46 chapters dealing with these chess pieces only for none of them to do nothing. We'll see. So I hope AA can utilize them for something. Also, I hope Traumery isn't dead. This is a very bad way for a family head to go out. All is just to glaze V. Traumery deserves a proper conclusion. He's a great character, and I hate to see if Seal fumbled in this ending like this. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit already. 25 viewers in here. Like the video. Subscribe. Discord link. Drop that for me, my mods, please, and thank you. We're enjoying these good comments from the review right now. Okay. Bomb's entire circumstance is messed up. Fug took Bomb hostage and tortured him. That's some Stockholm syndrome if I've ever seen it. Man, you know what's funny about you, Zenu? Um, I'm Team Zahar. I support all this shit Zahar did, but I also find like I try to understand all sides. That's like a thing with me. Like in real life, I try to understand all sides. So I'm defending more of the side that I don't even give a fuck about. I'm all like again. I'm more. I support everything that Zahar did. Like at the end of the day, it's the result that matters. I'm that type of person. Like it's the result that matters. So, my man did everything he had to do to be king and run shit. So like I'm cool with that. But but I am defending the other side, like because I understand like why they are the way they are and why Bomb is who he is. Um, Call me fucked up or a hypocrite. Like I try to understand all sides in everything I do though. Like I think I think you get a better understanding of life and people's thoughts and the way they think and how they feel if you try to understand all sides. So, uh, okay, okay. This chapter is a 9.5 with 10 for me as well. It dropped a point, but when I looked at the chapters, I rated it a 10, and then looked at this, it doesn't quite hit that. Still an excellent chapter. V has aura for predictions. I think we'll come for Traumery status and see what's going on with Endorsi. Maybe Rachel will give us some insight on what's going on when with Bomb gone. I wonder what will happen with AA Rack and Endorsi. Does Urek take them or Gustang? Beyond the Sprout, once this arc is over, I plan on writing a comprehensive review and analysis of this arc, but this will take some time. For Bomb, I can see V and Leslie going to see Hong Ying Wong. I butchered that. We can get some Arlen lower. More importantly, Leslie will make V the head of Fug, and Bomb will likely be out of the story for a while. Yep, he will. Now it's perfect time to reintroduce Wang Nam and follow him. Wang Nam wants to learn about the Red Light District, and now he used the Heart's monster in the form of a mysterious talking sword who gave him the mission of killing just one person. Karaka gave him some information, but we don't know what it is yet. I can't wait to see Karaka's reaction to V inside of Bomb's body. I'm really looking forward to that. Wang Nam also wants to find himself. The Sprout set up Revolution as the main antagonist going forward, and that's who Wang Nam will be facing up against. I can see AA and Rack joining him. Anek has Traveler hostage and is looking for Emily, which will put her in a conflict with Rachel and Revolution. Vincietti and Arya could always escape with the form of joining, since he wait with the former joining since he is okay, like Wing Nam. Kuhn, Rand, and Novak's team might come into the picture. I wouldn't be surprised if we got like the old regulars from season 2 back. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Since Bomb is out of the story, it would be a good time to like cover everybody. Um, what I'm saying is that the regulars will be in forefront of the story again as an encounter crazy technology from the Red Dump, which could power them up. Wingnan will have to be one to rescue Yiwa. I don't know about that either. I think Wingnam's target is Bomb B, and will follow this journey through to their eventual clash. I don't think Wingnam's gonna get towards get. I don't see a scenario how he gets to V, but if what Zahar did was the reverse of White, where he splits himself Wingnam and Wingnam will become Zahar again. That will make his finding himself line from season two come to fruition. When Wingnam does, this will grow more powerful and may recover Zahar's memories. I've always thought in my head that um this weird thing, and there's no facts behind this, but um what if there was a thing where you know the rings that represent Zahara. So I believe there's five Zahara clones. If there are five Zahara clones and that they all have a ring, each ring represents a finger on Zahara's hand. So let's just say like the left side of Zahara's arm is what Wing Nam and them are. So collecting all five rings, let's say like the Zahara clones could consume each other. If they could consume each other and then become Zahar, like that would be kind of fucking insane. It was just like I was just going like the Sakuna route of things. I was just thinking about that the other day. Um, Not saying that that's a thing, but I was just thinking about it. Um, Wingnam is Zahar after all. I think switching to Wingnam will be a breath of fresh air. In the background, Urek and Walkie Song will try to rescue Bomb, and Gusting will plan on killing V. I don't think Gustin goes to killing V. I don't think so. I don't think that's where Gustin goes. I think Gustin continues on with whatever plan he originally had. Um, and I think he's gonna walk down like whatever next family here that he's focused on. I don't think that he's worried about V right now because V's not necessarily going. V's target won't be Gustin. Like it would be a conflict of interest for you to focus on Gustin right now. Because y'all both want the same things. You know what I mean? Y'all have to be friends, obviously, but no, I don't think you focus on Gusting like that because that means that you're leaving more open for Zahar's team to run down on y'all and hunt y'all down. Like if you have to hunt down the red dump people, Fug and Gusting, that means you're splitting your forces. So it would be kind of a bad way to go that way, and especially if Urek gets blamed for the death of Traumery, because somebody is going to get blamed for the death of Traumery. Trust and believe. If Traumery is truly dead, either Fug gets blamed for it, or Urek gets blamed for it. Somebody's going to get blamed for, or it could be Gus Dang too, but one of those three are going to get blamed for the death of Traumery, and that's who's going to have the biggest target on their back. Um, if it happens to Urek, I think that puts the Walkie Song in such an interesting position because they've always been middle ground people. If they put that on Urek, that would be crazy. But again, Lobanon's there, so Lobanon could give account that he saw Bomb kill Traumery, kill his father. Like that could also be a thing. If he tells like if Bomb killed Traumery, then Robonon likely reports to Zahara like that's what happened, and now Fug is at the top of everybody's list, like even more than they already have been. Um, but like I can see like Zahara and crew and the rest of the family here is like being pissed off at Urek or wanting to like question him, like what the fuck happened? Like you were there, what the fuck happened? And like there might be a sit down or something like that. Like I don't know, like there might be like some contact because like you would want to know, you would want to talk to everybody who was there for Traumary's death. So if the neutral party is like Bayek's, crew, then you gotta talk to one of them. You gotta reach out to one of them and see what happened. Um, so I think that stuff's going to be really important. It's like it's going to be a lot of politics. Basically, it's going to be a lot of politics, and I'm very hyped for Tower of God politics. Okay, so either Robonaut or Kieran will become head of the Lobopia family, but it won't be considered a Great Ten family anymore. Right. So if it's Robonaut, then Robonaut obviously has to seize a heart, and it'll have to come up with what happened. So, but thank you Zenu for the comment. I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna read the comments in the comment because it is getting a little late. So I want to just read all the comments. Um, uh, Zahara is going. Oh wait, okay. Dan, when they go get to my comment, I'm trying. I'm sorry if If Zenu put a wall text, I gotta read his wall text. Um, I don't know if he's telling someone your parents' souls inside of you is the most horrible thing you can tell someone or make that person hate you. I agree. Um, I don't know. I don't know if that's the worst thing. Park Hill will pop out of nowhere and spoil beast kill someone. Stop it. Um, Somebody did say it earlier. The Tower Guy anime is getting better. I have tapped into the last couple episodes. They haven't been terrible. Like, it isn't fantastic. It isn't like a 10 out of 10, but it's definitely not like the 3 out of 10 that it was. I'm also being punished for standing up against the system. What do you, oh, he's talking about. Bomb doesn't know what happened to him and his parents. He knows that he was killed by Jihad. V and Bomb get separated. Bomb joins Zahara because of True Prince and adopted son of Zahara. Loki, stop it, please and thank you. All right, let me move on. Let me move on. Let me move on. Yeah, thank you, Zenu, for the comment per usual. Noah World says Tromari got Chidori and had the Ender Great White Snake mode only the way he lives. I said that shit too. I said, yo, watch we come back, next week and Tromari's inside of a fucking snake or something. Like that'll be irritating. But yeah, he basically got Chidori. Brian Q says, I don't think he probably said I don't think that V killed Arlen at all, especially when Jihad stated he killed Bomb. I think V was killed by Jihad and the family heads. Okay, so people really are on that part. Okay, Traumery seemed like the dog of Jihad who did whatever Jihad wanted. I don't think V is evil at all. Yes, thank you. They took everything from him in no time and to talk. Plus, he knew he would never get a chance like this again. With both family heads being weakened from the battle, he took full advantage of it. I agree. I agree. I agree. I completely agree. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Rest in peace, gang. I was in disbelief since the last chapter, but now pack it up, bro. Hey, Zookeeper's on lay. They got laid off, man. It is what it is. Sleepy says this may just be interesting. I wonder how Karaka and Wing Nam will feel about this, given their relationship with Bomb. Wing Nam is one of the closest friends and top number one Bomb supporter. Not to mention, given how disgusted he got he found out Bomb was being used by Fug the first time. He really did not. He really not going like this. And as for Karaka, I know a lot of people thought of him as a big bad villain who's out to get Bomb. That is destined to fight him. But honestly, I kind of saw them step siblings. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody knows that their relationship changed. I think everybody knows their relationship changed. And they're pretty good. They're pretty good together. Speaking of sibling, what's going on to happen to Jihad's brother? Wait, what? Speaking of siblings, what's going to happen to the Jihad brother of, or what be fine? Huh? Speaking of siblings, what's going to happen to the Jihad brother of, or 1v? Okay, you sleepy. You going to explain that? You throw me off a little bit. V might have killed Tron Ray's body, but not his soul. Yeah, I can see that. He could transfer him into spinal. I mean, I don't want to see that, but that's what everybody's saying. Um, on another note, like Karaka, what if Lobanon is a three? A what? On another note, like Karaka, what if Lobanon is a three? A lot of people think that Amizo is his mom due to some weird experimentation by Tromri, but what if instead fooling around animals like usual, he went for their opposite? Wait, what are we talking about? We all know that Tromri doesn't like things he can't control, but at the same time he's fascinated by them. But we just found out he hates plants because they can't be controlled by him. Are you saying tree? And we can't control if he'll find a way to put it under will. So what if he decided to breed with a plant person to get? Wait, what? What? Sleepy, what the fuck are we talking about? Are we talking about mating with trees right now? Are we talking about mating with maple trees and like and oak trees? Like what are we doing? What are we doing here? Or skip to my comments a bit. Yeah, sure. I don't mind as long as y'all ask. I don't mind skipping to your comment. Just ask. You are here. Okay. Well, you met Dumas, so that explains Gustang's refusal to let V kill Traumery. Yeah, that's the sternness, right? There are times when being stern looks cool, but it's annoying. Gustang all about doing good or bad within his own perverse rules. So, for whatever reason, Gustang still wants V dead. So he's not betraying Zahara because of V and Arlen, but because he despises the irregulars he grew up with and what they became. I agree. That was perfectly put. Yeah, that's exactly what Gustang like. I think Kill has a accurate description of. It's kind of what I said earlier, but of what and how Gustang is. That's exactly right. How Gustang, what I think Gustang is. Um, and for whatever reason, he still wants V dead. I don't know what that is. That's something we'll have to find out. I don't. It could, like I said, it could be the shit that like what he forced upon him, but it's got to be deeper than that, right? So I guess we'll see. But I agree with what you said, Kill. Um, you know, um, in all seriousness, though, that's a possibility that V doesn't consider Bomb a real person. That's fucked up. That's fucked up if it's true. Yeah, I believe V views Bomb as a tool. Calls Bomb the child, and it talk enemies dog shit. No, that Rand versus Annick fight was not very enjoyable. But I mean, everything else was okay. Um, the fighting is something I really ignore for the most part. Mark, I think Sleepy means that instead of making more monstrous beasts, he wants to make more humanoids. Oh, okay, got you. You know, if Bond was V's son, wouldn't he just call him child, his son, not this child? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go trying to work in the Basel theory again. I see you down there trying to put your hocus pocus on the people in the comic sections, and I'm not falling for it. Hey, y'all better watch yourself, man. He gonna hocus pocus y'all. All right. Um, all right. Moving on. What do we have? Okay, we have Sean. Sean says Lustig has been 3-0 against Urek with white space. He's honestly the MVP of this arc. Yeah, yeah, man. Look, unanimous MVP this season. It's Lustig. Nobody can argue that. Yanda says, V sacrificed himself and resurrected Bomb, their son. Rachel is the daughter of Jihad and Arlen. What? Stop it. Anyway, I bet the king went arc. I bet the king went R. Kelly on her and Rachel and their child. Bro, what the fuck are we talking about? I don't even want to keep reading this comment. B sacrificed himself for Arlen to live a happy life with Rachel and forget about Bomb and him. Bro, y'all are fucked up. y'all fucked up. All right, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? I can't do nothing but laugh. What the fuck? Hey yo, oh shit. All right, Go says Gustang said he couldn't stand V. He didn't want to even talk about V the bomb and only spoke of Arlen. Yeah, yeah, that's because like he has disdain for V about the whole Oakby shit and keeping people humble. That's what I thought. I think that still holds true. Um, because of the like it put him through a lot. Like honestly, like you could even find an upright way to blame Annie getting taken away on V. Like that's Gustang dodging accountability. But in a way, like Gustang having to preserve everything and become the historian, the guy who holds everybody accountable in a way like has made him like not only not want to do it but contradict himself when it comes to his wife, so he starts like not doing it, and then like when it comes to his daughter like discovering some shit and asking him questions, he doesn't know it because he got rid of memories because he started like going down that route. Like you can find a weird way to blame V for everything, and that's possible, but I don't know if it's that intricate, right? Um, at time he didn't have all his memories. Gus saying the fraud couldn't be able to kill Ray and dreaming of killing all the family. Stop it. Yeah, you're right that he didn't have the full memories, but oh yeah, I said I wasn't gonna read these. Okay, yeah, that's their conversation. I won't read your conversation. Moving on. Rand. Rand says, I find it interesting. Gus would rather stop B from killing Trom than help. Could their relation be that sour? That's a good point. Um, I don't know. I guess that is one of the more interesting things about this chapter, right? Is that Gus Dang did say he wants to pack out V. Like, I think that is one of like the more the one of the bigger questions of this chapter. Why even say that to him? Like, I get it. Like, if he's like an unwanted character in your face right now, but there's no way you want to like do that, right? For April Fools, I expect you to make or a stream reading only Baza theories. Get out of my face, MS. Stop it. Raza being saying she's the hard's daughter for. She'll stop it. The soul inside. Stop it. Zenu, you see that? Try it next week. Damn. Like, stop it. Stop it. To be fair, we don't know if Shamri, what's the one action controlling Enkidu. Maxef. Okay. If the chapter doesn't move me, I write less. This chapter was good, so I had the gap. I mean, Zenu, I said it earlier before you came in the stream. Your theories ever since like some of the stuff came out, especially with V being like the Warrior V, has your theories have been a little bit all over the place in the Discord, and it has been very entertaining to read about. All right. So I was very interested to see what your comment would say, and it had more. It had a lot of what I thought it would. Um, all right. Savage. Savage says, I hope V ain't on some all for one, give me your body type shit. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it's dead. I don't think so. But thank you for the comment. Amber. So Amber's new, and Amber has an is one of those people who has a different take. I think Amber's a woman, obviously. Amber, I think is a woman. And like a lot of the stuff she says, I like the takes, but it's a lot different from like a lot of ours. So I love your take. Your theory about V having to kill Arlen is interesting and could be a very good narrative. It's dark but good. When it comes to action, this was an outstanding chapter. Narratively, I am still wary of where it's going. However, after the reading the other people's takes on this whole V thing, I'm slowly becoming optimistic. It could be a very good storyline. I am hoping V does love Bomb, and Bomb is his son. The V idea of caring for Bomb and honoring his wife is to take revenge on his old friends and killing them. That by taking over Bomb body and killing off his old friend, he's making the tower a better place for his son. That's a take I don't. That's not off though. But I this is where I would lean more to what Zenu said about corruption, because while I would hope V was that morally sound, I don't think it's that. Only because like what Zenu said about him calling it and the way he's kind of been talking to Bomb, it doesn't seem very fatherly. So I'm not there yet with it, but I can like if that would be a pretty good route to take, but I don't think it's there yet. I would love the two to come together and argue about what would be best for Bomb in the tower until the two come to an understanding. I admit it would be very different for Todd to go storyline wise. It would be the characters not physically fighting one another to get others to listen, but I think it would be fun later. The two could switch off in latter battles with in later battles with family heads, like swap on, swap off, like on off button, like daddy on, a kid off, like like that's crazy. But nah, I don't think V stays inside a bomb forever. Like I think it's got to be a Yamato type thing. There even could be a thing where like V gets pulled out of Bomb's body and put into another body and put back into Arcyung or some shit. Like it could be some shit like that happens. Like who knows? I think it's more likely we are going to get Kun, Rek, and Co. going on a mission to get Bomb back. Yes, I think they become the main characters for a while. Maybe they can go back to the Floor of Death and get the Bell of Dawn and ancient cloth from Garam. I was talking about the Bell of Dawn this week. In the Discord, I was asking questions like, "Do you guys think that the Bell of Dawn, um, So here's the thing, right? Zenu, you call V evil, right? The Bell of Dawn is a item that was owned by Arlen, and it traps evil spirits. So my line of thinking was like, when I asked you that question was, V is has gotten his hands dirty and is crawling in the mud, like what he's done with his son and everything. So what if the reason why V and Arlen took that route was because they needed to use the Bell of Dawn to trap V's soul into Bomb's body? That's where I was walking along that lines, like with the Bell of Dawn and the ancient cloth. Could be true, could not be true, but like obviously the Bell of Dawn was something that Arlen used and it traps evil spirits. So I would think like maybe V is evil, or maybe he let himself become corrupted to do this, to exactly revenge. That would like be a perspective like that could be possible, right? Um yeah, so just a thought. V gets out into Zahar's. V gets out into Zahar's body. Nah, stop it, stop it. V getting into Zahar's body is insane. Did we all forget about the demon Tron was talking to? That was Enkidu. That was Enkidu. Unimpressed with what demon? He's talking about that when Gustang was when Traumary was in Zahar's. No, when Traumary was in Gustang's library labyrinth. That was Enkidu. That was Enkidu. That was the ghost of Enkidu. Because we seen the horn and everything. That was Enkidu. There's also the soul stirring ladle, which is another item I find of interest. Right. Um, I forgot about the soul stirring ladle. I could probably add that to my list of theories in the red dump theory. Amber's a woman and Miss got a fellow girl in the comments. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that was a bird. That was a bird. Hilarious. Hey yo, crazy. Let me move on. Um. Oh wait, I didn't finish her comment. Okay. One of my first thoughts was that maybe Rachel know V was inside a bomb, was afraid of him. Maybe because Arlen. Wait. One of my first thought was that maybe Rachel know V was inside a bomb and was afraid of him. Maybe because Arlen was, but it sounds more like Arlen may have been the one who wanted revenge more. I was even giving Rachel the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Not Amber. If you watching this back, no, feel free to leave wall text. Like, like at the very least, try to do a little bit less than Zenu does, because it'll be killing me. But nah, Zenu, I'm fucking with you. But nah, it's okay to go long. I don't care. I'm gonna read it. So is what it is. Yakin says, man, just imagine Bomb plus V plus all in Ryu Thorn plus administrator power like Red or Blue Thressa. It definitely will make Bomb stand a chance against Zahar and the family here. I mean, if it works that way, then okay. I was talking about that last week. If V can ignite the Thorns family, because he just tapped Traumary. Now it's a weakened Traumary, but he tapped Traumary. If V can ignite the Thorns, bro, it's scary hours out here. Okay, no pun intended on some Drake shit. It's scary hours out here. Okay, I would be fucking scared of Bomb. All right. Um, I think for the future, read Kill's comment before mine since he lives in a different time zone. I guess I could. Just that Kill's not always in the chat, so if he's in the chat, just the way I see it, if you ask me, I'll do it. That's all. Just ask me. If you ask me, I'll do it. I have no problem. Um, all right. Chris Robinson says, I don't like sneak attacks. V should have stood in front of Traumary and did his thing, but they would have jumped him because Urag doesn't want anyone to die. True. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said that too, but V was just trying to get him up out of there, and it was a smart move. Like get him up out of there. He did his thing. I did read your comment, Sleepy, but I'll go back to I'll go back to a part of it. I'm not going to reread the whole thing, but I'll go back to one part of it because I know you had like a multiple part thing. I was just saying that if I read this top part, this maybe just got interesting. I wonder how Karaka and Wing Nam would feel about it. Given the relationship with Bond, Wing Nam is one of the closest friends. Bond is supported, not to mention given how disgusted he got even how Bond was being used by Fug. He's really not going to like this. And as for Karaka, a lot of people thought of him being a bad villain. Yeah, I was just saying up here that Karaka and Bond's relationship has definitely developed into like a big brother, big little brother type thing. Um, one of the most interesting, I think, interactions we get to see would be Karaka's reaction to Bomb being V. Like, I wonder if Karaka's okay with that. Because obviously they both like Jin Song students, and I feel like they kind of like grew a little bit of a bond to like each other. But I can see Karaka like not liking this, and I wonder if V can sniff out Karaka being a Zahar clone. Like, wouldn't that be interesting as fuck? Like, what if V puts like Zahar, like puts Karaka in like a fucking like weird situation where he like, cause like does Lust like know that like that Karaka's a Zahar clone? Like, we assume that Karaka's a Zahar clone, but Karaka's being a Zahar clone is like an interesting fucking thing, right? Like, I wonder if V can really like see that. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna reach a whole comment against Sleepy. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to go back to the part where I read it. Um, because I am almost running on 3 hours here, so I do want to wrap it up soon. I got the last one. Okay, and then this is the last comment. Okay, damn you people are coming with some crazy theories. I don't think V is evil now just because his expressions are like that. Okay, see, Zenu. Everybody don't think V is evil, man. Okay, I mean, what else do you expect? V to talk sense of Gustang, um, to talk sense to Gustang and Traumery about what they did was bad. Imagine someone who had their friends screwed them over. This is what I was saying. Screwed them over, killed their son. What do you expect them to behave like? It's absurd to think V is evil. And that's what I was saying. Like, it's a hard to like. If he stooped to that level, fine, but I'm not making him out to be the bad guy. Like, I can't. I'm intrigued by the avenging Arlen bit. My guess is V is avenging Arlen as she has lost her mind after Bomb's death. V's has done something after that, so he could transfer part of himself into Bomb's body and kill himself. There is no way that V killed Arlen. I don't know about that, bro. Like, if Arlen legit went insane, like, would it be easier to put her out of her misery type shit? I don't know. Remember, V is someone who makes intricate plans, like how he foresaw the problems with his friends and gave Gusting the right to judge others. As Bomb's body is being preserved by magic, V might just have foresaw Bomb would be revived someday, and well, that's a hard take. That V he might have foresaw that. Like, I don't know about that, but and he sealed a portion of himself inside of Bomb's body. Considering what Gusting and Traumery can do, there is nothing easier to believe. I don't know about that last part. It's not easy to believe that Bomb would just be revived. Like, that's something hard to believe. But yeah, I do believe that there's like we do know there's more stuff. We're open to more shit happening like that, but I don't think it's like easy to believe at all. So, all right, all right, I'm wrapping it up here, gang. All right, we did down near 3 hours, 2 hours and 52 minutes. This was a very good stream. We had a very decent amount of people in here, so I thank you guys. Get inside that Discord if you're not in there. We have very good discussions. Everybody who's in here is usually in there. They're usually everybody's really good about posting the raws in the Discord, so you can get to that as quick as possible. They're good about posting the translations when they drop. I am working on my red dump theory video. It should be out next week. It's just about the power scaling of how the red dump people are as powerful as they are. So yeah, expect that next week. That'll be fun to make. Other than that, I do apologize for anybody who was expecting me and Naya stream on Wednesday. Again, just like today, I was on 4 hours of sleep. I ate food. I fell asleep. I apologize to Naya. I'll probably have to try to do it on my stream and bring him on, and we can do that that way, just to make up for it because that is my bad, and I really was looking forward to it, so I'm a little pissed that I didn't get to do it with him. But other than that, guys, this is fun. Thanks for joining me this Friday. I hope you guys have a very good weekend, and I will see